Hey, beautiful people. Good evening, Obodo fam. Good evening, good evening. You're welcome back to my channel. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you are doing well. I always hello to my people. Good evening. Ah, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. BAGN, New Yorker. Thank you so much. Greatest of all times on YouTube. I learned so much from you and your guests. Blessings from the US. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that great review. Always appreciated to get some feedback so we know that we are doing something, meaningful here. We're not just here every day shouting, making noise, disturbing people. Please give this video a thumbs up as you are coming into the studio. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you. How has your week been? I can't wait for Friday, to be honest. Can you hear me very well? I see all of you in the comment section. I throw away salutes. I had to. I had to. I had to now. I had to now. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please give it a thumbs up as you are coming in. Thank you for Life Esther. Amazing that it's almost Friday. Yeah, it's almost Friday, so I'm really, really excited. I love Fridays because Fridays is downtime. From Fridays to Sunday, at least we have a breather. Nick, I hope you're not running to get into the studio so that you don't watch the ad. There's an ad that plays before you come into the studio. You guys should please settle down and watch it, okay? I need people to watch those ads. Don't skip, because if you skip, I don't get paid. YouTube, they are very mischievous. So please make sure you're always watching the ads. No skip, oh. Mm? Thank you so much. All the people that have become members of my channel that are joining with that join button, I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. I see you. I see you. I see you. And I appreciate you. God bless you. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Abundant Grace. Thank you. So tonight we're just going to get on with it. I have a story to share. It's a true life story. Happened in the United Kingdom. Now, before I start the story, I just want to say, for those of you who are new on this platform, I literally have a playlist dedicated to talking about, this issue of people building massive houses in Nigeria. To be honest, one of the reasons why I got into YouTube in the very first place was to talk about that. Okay. One of the main reasons why I jumped on YouTube in 2017 was to talk about, you know, why people are building these houses in Africa, in Nigeria. Thanks, Ruth Richardson. You are a member. I appreciate you, sis. God bless you. God enrich you. Thank you so much. I appreciate. And remember, if you want to be a member, you see that button on YouTube that say on my channel, I say join. Just click on it, then you join. That's how you become members. Like Ruth now. Ruth is a member already. Thank you. So I literally have like a full playlist dedicated to this issue. The very first video, my very first video on YouTube, I still remember vividly, was June 2017. I was talking about this issue of house. At that time, I frowned at it seriously. I didn't see any reason why people were, you know, saving all their money, living frugal in the diaspora, not living their best life or not enjoying their life. Because it's one thing to live, it's one thing to live and enjoy life. A lot of us who are diasporans, Africans, we don't know how to enjoy our lives. And I'm not saying that, what I enjoy doing is what you're going to enjoy doing. Everybody knows how they enjoy their life. But I'm telling you, for you to really enjoy your life, you need money. Owó ni kẹ̀kẹ́ ìhìnrere. Thank you, Chill Power. This is like my favorite color. Yeah. So you cannot live life the way you want to live without money. And as Africans in the diaspora, we all know we all know what we are faced with on a daily basis. We have a lot of bills to pay. Some of us who have families, you have to cater for your families here. You have families back home, and there's a lot of expectation. Some of you have elderly relatives, your parents, who, are not well to do. They rely on you for their upkeep, and you've got to do it because some of them literally sold their wrapper. Your mom sold their wrapper to send you to university, to send you to school. So you've got to look, you can't go without looking back. There's no good child that will become an adult that your parents have sacrificed in your life and made you who you are today that will go and not look back. Thank you, Ruth. All right. You have to. Some of you have siblings. You come from really massive family. Someone told me on this platform once upon a time that that is what they call it, the black tax. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I learned it from this platform. You see, I'm learning from you guys as much as you're learning from me. We bounce off each other ideas and knowledge. Thank you, Monila Love. I appreciate you. Your head is not too big. Why are you saying that? No, it will suit you. It will suit you. It's just the way you style it. So we have a lot of responsibilities. I mean, I consider myself lucky because I'm second to the last born and my parents are no more. So I will say that my bill, when it comes to going back home, is very, very small. All my siblings are older than me, so they don't expect me to give them money. I do occasionally, but there's no burden on me to send money back home. I'm the second to the last in my family. I only have one younger one, and she's an adult, married with children. So I don't have that black tax thing going on, right? But I still give a lot. I give a lot, even to people that are not related, friends, I'm a giver. I love to give because I believe it's when you give that you get back. It is blessed to give. It's more blessed to give than to receive, the Bible says. Yeah. Okay, there are people here who've been on this platform since 2017. Benny say, I remember my video on my experience of being a landlord. And another person was collecting my rent. Okay, that's real. I've done series of videos about experiences of Africans who live in the diaspora. They go back home to build houses. I mean, it works out well for some people. Okay, they build these massive houses, and we had a brother. I don't know if you guys can remember last year when we started this series where women started coming here to share, men started coming here. There was a show we did, and a brother called in. I remember very vividly. I can't remember his name now, but he lives in the US. And since then, I haven't seen him on this platform. And he was telling us his experience of, marriage. It was marriage related, but he was basically sharing about how, his first marriage didn't work. He married in the diaspora, it didn't work. He married another person in the diaspora and didn't work. He now went to Africa to marry a medical doctor and it still didn't work. And we're like, only you 3 times. And I remember that brother was sharing with us that day about his plans, his house that he built. He actually shared it with me confidentially. I didn't post it because I understand the rules of confidentiality, and I never break confidentiality. If you tell me that it's confidential, it is confidential. And I saw this massive house. If you see the house that this our brother was building, wow. I don't know if he's completed it because he sent me the how do they call it? The plan. When the architects, the way they do the 3D design these days, that the thing looks so beautiful, massive. Neka, you remember that brother, right? Okay. Massive house in the east. So we had that conversation that day, and she was saying, and this brother was saying that the wife, Nigerian wife, was making a lot of trouble, even though he set her up in that house and everything. The marriage was not working, and I think he didn't want to bring her to the diaspora because he started having problems already. Okay, I'm saying all this to say that this issue of building houses in Nigeria is something I'm quite passionate. You see the way I'm passionate about supporting, survivors of, DV. I'm also passionate about, giving out information and making people understand, Africans in the diaspora understand that you need to live your life. You need to live your best life every day. My mom taught me a couple of things. One of the things that my mom taught me was every day eat the best that you can eat. Don't say because you are saving money, you are not going to eat the best. Eat whatever you want to eat. And I'm telling you, that woman, may I so rest in peace. She spent money on food I've never seen. If my mom is cooking a pot of soup when I was a kid, ha, neighbors will be stretching neck because they want to know what is inside. She will put fish, she will put dry fish, she will put mama, she will put okporoko, she will put cow foot, she will put bushmeat, she will put beef. It must be rich. And you know what? When she passed, I really, I didn't have any regret, although it was very painful to me that, she passed because she had me and my sister quite late. So we were the youngest. But I just gave glory to God that she ate the good food and she wore the best. She was a fashionista, my mother. It runs in my maternal family. If you look at my grandmother, all my aunties till today, hmm, hmm, they all dress well. So my mom taught me, eat the best food, wear the best that you can afford, and live your best life every day because you never know when is your last. Oluremi said, Auntie B, there is this man that built 3 of them in Nigeria and the family took over from there. It happens every day. It happens every day. I mean, it's okay to build for your parents. If your parents are alive, you want to build a house for them, fine. The way I see it. And it's also okay for you to have maybe a house in Nigeria for those of you who plan to retire. But there is something about Nigerian brothers in particular that until they build a house in Nigeria, they don't feel like they've arrived. I don't know whether it's something that is relating to be a man. Masculinity is linked to property, or you need to build a house in your father's land or the land that they've given you. I don't know. But I mean, I don't have any problem with that anymore. I used to frown at it so much. And let me explain why I used to frown at it. I'm going to talk about the story of our brother just now. I just wanted to give this background so you understand where I'm coming from. Yes. Habisoye, yes. I'm a fashionista. I took it from a long lineage of fashionista women. No, my mom would dress up, tie double wrapper, George. This big George that me today I can't even tie it. She'll put her blouse, she'll put all her jewelry, she'll put gele, she'll put her, this big heavy Madame Kofo. I said, Mom, where are you going to? She said, No, nowhere. She will sit down in the kitchen and be cooking. I say, how can you dress like this to cook? She said, let me wear my clothes. It's my clothes. Let me wear it. And I'm so glad she did, because who would have worn those clothes now? None of us is interested in wearing those clothes. I don't even wear native, hardly. So when she passed, we just gave it out to, distant relatives. My point is, I learned from my mom how to live your best life every day. And I'm so grateful for that. And that's how I live my life. That's how I live my life. It's not like you are wasteful or you don't want to save for the raining day or you're not keeping something away or you are eating with your 10 fingers. But I'm telling you that some Africans in the diaspora, they've made an art. When you say art, they are skilled in frugality and how to live a very frugal life whereby you are eating chicken and chips of 3 pounds every single day and you have thousands of pounds in your account. You work morning shift, you work late shift, you work weekend shift, yet you cannot eat good food in your belly. I did a story of a young man the other day that the young lady was saying, Auntie B, I don't think I can cope with this one, no. I don't think I can cope with this one. This guy, all he does is work. And I remember we had a funny conversation where one of our callers there, one of our sisters in house was saying, I don't have any problem with that. So me and that one will be doing competition. But let me tell you something. The problem is that it's good to work. It's good to earn. But if you don't live your life and you keep all your money and you are stingy to yourself, hey, it might just be too late. You would have worked for other people. You would have labored for other people. May God forbid that we should labor for other people. Lolly says, when you and your kids live comfortably is home. Okay? When you go, it will be difficult for kids raised abroad to inherit your property back home. Some lawyers can't be trusted, talk less of family member. Absolutely. Wherever you live is your kingdom. Yeah, Rao, I'm telling you, some of our brothers and sisters too, women are on this table too. They are skilled. They have PhD in frugality. That brings me to the story of this our brother, 42-year-old man. Not surprisingly, and it's not only limited to this culture, but he's an Igbo man. 42 years, only 42 years old. He's got a wife here. He's got 2 kids. His wife is not from Igbo land, but she's a Nigerian. And this brother can work, and it's good for men to work. I'm not saying we talk about not marrying men who people don't have jobs here. It's good to work, but as you are working, you've got to live your life. You've got to live. You've got to live. I can't. If I can make it into a song, I will be singing it. Live your life. Live your life. Live. Don't put your life on hold for anything, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. You don't own tomorrow. You don't. My brothers and sisters, I appeal to you, live your best life every day. As you are working, live your best life. Don't put your life on hold. So unfortunately, this our brother, according to people that know them, this is not a long story. This is not social media. This is someone that knows them. Tile tile. He was living in a shared apartment with his family, wife and children, because he's saving every dime that he makes. I don't understand it. I try to understand. Honestly, I don't understand it. How can a man, wife, child, or 2 children live in one room in obodooyinbo? Not that you are running from immigration, not that you don't have paper. All because you are working, saving money to build houses in Nigeria. Village in Nigeria. For life, Esther say, my husband is already talking about building in the village in Nigeria. I told him there's no rush. So this guy has 2 jobs. This our Igbo brother. He never takes any day off. Never. When they are looking for any cover, it's him that will raise his hand to say, I will be there, I will do it. He's built a house already in Nigeria. 1 house already in Nigeria. And he's on his 2nd house now. Okay? This is the 2nd one, no. Yet here, he has 2 pairs of shoes. 2 pairs. His clothes, you can fold them like this together. He does not buy clothes. He doesn't spend money on himself. He does not spend money on his family. I'm telling you that he was sharing a flat, an apartment, shared apartment, him and his family. Unfortunately, he got sick. And this is hereditary in his family, I understand. They've got the problem of kidney in their in their family. Some members of his family already had it. 2 of the members of his family already passed away from it. Unfortunately, he got sick. The most bizarre part of this story is that this brother was sick. You know how you'll be sick now? When you are sick like that, especially if it's a sickness like that you know is potentially a terminal illness, you reevaluate your life. You start making plans now. You re-strategize. You might need to shift some things around, just in case. Because you never know. And that's why I'm saying that this life does not belong to us. It reminds me all the time of the story in the Bible about that rich. I don't know who wrote that, if it's Paul that wrote it. It calls him the foolish rich man that said, I have gathered everything now. I have done this, I've done this. It is time for me to relax and enjoy. And the owner of the life came and said, no, tonight you are needed. This soul does not belong to you. I need it. My people, let us think deeply. As you are working in the diaspora, I'm talking specifically to Africans, Nigerians who live in the diaspora now. You need to reevaluate your life. How are you living your life? This brother got sick and he was diagnosed. The same problem in his family. He's got kidney issues. Now they've got to do dialysis. I think it's kidney they do dialysis for, isn't it? It's kidney, right? You medical people in the house should correct me if I'm wrong. And if this brother will go to hospital to go and do dialysis, you know, have you ever seen anybody doing dialysis in hospital? I've seen it. Well, I can't remember what I went to do in the hospital that I saw somebody. I tried not to stare, but I couldn't take my eyes off them. They have a unit in the hospital there where you sit down, they fix the thing in your body, and you know, all these wires and tubes and everything that is taking this out and putting this in. Oh my God. And this lady, the young lady I just said, hello, how are you? You know, and she said, I have to do this 3 times a week. You know what? If God gives you, thank you, Shola. If God gives you good health and you are broke, sometimes you don't even know what God do for you. We will see they complain. This brother will go to dialysis in the hospital after they finish doing the tube thing and passing the thing through his body and, you know, all that treatment. From there, straight to the work. He will go to work. He will still go to work. He refused to take time off work because he was sick. Because he was bent on completing a second house in Nigeria. My God. They said the wife will beg, talk to him, please, take care of yourself, stay at home, get well first at least. Do you know that his bosses never knew that he was sick? Nobody in his place of work knew that he was sick. According to the person that shared this story with me, who knows them very, very well, it was when the boss, after he passed, because he didn't survive it. He didn't survive. He passed away. It was when he passed away, 42 years old, when he passed away at the funeral was when the boss found out that he was ill. The boss said, how come? Because to them, it was sudden. But to the family, they know he was ill. But this brother did not even take time off to get well. He kept going to work every single day because he was desperately looking for money to finish that house in Nigeria. Second house. He was going. So the boss was like, oh, they said the boss was saying they never knew he was sick. He never told them. He kept coming to work. So to them, it was shocking. The family were now saying to him that actually he's been on dialysis. Somebody in the comment section said just now that dialysis will make you weak. Yeah, of course. With all that tubes and everything that they fix on somebody's body. My goodness. You can't place a price on good health, my people. May God not allow us to fall sick. So he was going to work until he didn't survive. He just slept and he didn't wake up. And that was the end of his life. 2 children and a wife in the diaspora. All the money he's earned in this country, his assets, everything is invested on is those 2 bloody houses in Nigeria. He worked himself. Yeah. Samolu, you are completely correct. He walked himself to an early grave. So, I mean, the lady that shared the story with me was shouting, Auntie B.O., you need to do a story. I said, how many stories have I done about this? She said, you need to do it again. I said, I've done many stories about it. I tell people, live your best life every day. Even if you don't have money to buy property in the diaspora, rent a decent apartment for yourself and your family. Let your children have their rooms. While you and your wife have your room. We don't live in Nigeria where you live in face me and face you, or you live in one room where your children will be sleeping on the floor and you and your wife will be sleeping on the bed. In the night, you'll be doing kere while children will be hearing what they shouldn't hear. Maybe we've heard story like this before. You guys remember one of our sisters that came here to share once upon a time, Peace. She told us the same thing. The husband was the one that bought the house. There are many people on this table. This one, the man bought the house, but he rented out every single room in the house and put him and his wife and the child in one room. all because kowope, to save money. Both him and his wife, they are working. So it's not a question of, okay, I need money to pay the mortgage, I can't pay it alone. The other tenants will contribute money for their rent, will help me to pay. You are working, your wife is working, but you still feel the need to fill your house. Some Nigerians is so terrible that they will fill their house with tenants, even the sitting room. They will put a tenant there. So they have access to only kitchen, toilet, bathroom, and their bedroom, which is now, their bedroom is now their room, their sitting room, their everything. Why? Why would people live like that? I don't understand it. Maybe if you guys understand it, you can explain it to me. Some people are saying it's greed. I don't know. Is that greed? Or I don't understand. See, where you live is your home. I know a lot of people, you've lived in the diaspora for 10 years, you still feel like, oh, Nigeria is your home. No, Nigeria is not your home. This is your home. Where you live physically every day, you wake up every day, you go to work, you go to church. Love must say, Auntie me, it's poverty. I don't know that kind of poverty mentality. Sometimes you say it's poor man syndrome mentality. Where you live is your home. Nigeria is no longer your home. Okay? So you've got to make sure that you are making yourself comfortable. There's a reason why Oyibo man that gave you job put annual leave there. They know that Aram fancy me, this body, it needs to rest. And that's why they make sure you take your annual leave. But you know, some of our Nigerian brothers and sisters, not only brothers, sisters do it too. Women do it too. You know what they do? They have two jobs. So if they're on leave on one of the jobs, they will go to the other one. So the time they are supposed to be taking off to go and rest, maybe go on holidays, even if you don't travel, stay at home and just lazy around. Do something fun with your family. Take your wife out. Go out with your friends, for goodness sake. Some people don't have any friends because they never have time. All they do is work, 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 work. And the most painful part is that this work that you're working, you are not even enjoying the money. You are not even enjoying the money. What is the guarantee that your children, okay, in this case now, this okay. What is the guarantee that the children that are born in the United Kingdom will stand up tomorrow when they become adults to say, their children, and they're still very, very young. They will, in 20 years, they will now say, oh, is that house my father built in the year 2011 that I'm going to look for? The worst one is the ones that are built in the villages. In the villages, they will not even build in the city where you can rent it. Oh, they will build in the villages. I know somebody like that now in the UK here, who his own is, since that guy came to this country, he's never ever lived alone in an apartment by himself. It's always shared apartment because he is saving every penny to build 6 flats. He's built 6 flats now, according to him. He's almost finishing it, and he has another land now where he will build his own. Meanwhile, he's lived in this country for over 15 years, and since he's been here, he has never had any privacy. He's always tenants. In fact, they gave him council flat. Do you know what he did? He rented it out. He rented it out, and he remained in the apartment where he was staying, because he's staying in the smallest room. He stays in the smallest room, a cubicle room, so that the tenant that he has can have both the sitting room and the other bedroom. How can he marry? He won't marry. No. How can he have any? Because all he does is work. He will work in the day, he will work in the night. Helen says a man lived abroad for 35 years with huge income, but he could not enjoy the money. All he did was sending money back to Nigeria. And now he has retired, nothing to show abroad. Yeah, we talked about the other one the other day of making preparations for retirement. How you need to prepare for retirement. You think if you give money to people that they are your retirement plan, they're not going to save you. People in Nigeria don't care about you. They don't, because they think you have plenty money. Princess says, my husband has businesses and houses in Nigeria. He's now aware of our kids, that our kids will sell it or give it out to uncles. Which your kids? Your kids will not even go there to sell it. You think it's so easy? Let me tell you something. What you guys don't understand is that when the man is gone, depending on where he comes from in Nigeria, the families, Nigeria is not like obodooyinbo, where automatically it's husband and wife. The family comes first. His family will come first. So sell waiting. Wetin you want? Which children want sell? Abeg, I never advise anybody to go to Nigeria and fight for property. Owo mi ò sí ńbẹ̀. If they put juju for grant for you. As a matter of fact, when I did the story about my landlord experience in Nigeria, I told you the estate agent put juju on the grant for me. I am not lying. The video is there. Go and watch it. My experience of being a landlord in Nigeria is still on my channel. 3 years ago, I did that video. The estate agent put juju on the house so that if I enter the house, something will happen to me. I thank God for that we serve a living God. The minute I enter that house, my right leg started paining me. It was like something was crawling on my leg. I had to go and watch that video again yesterday to refresh my brain. I know what I'm talking about. When it comes to property in Nigeria, people will do you something. They will delete you. They will use everything to fight you for something that belongs to you. I enter the house, bang, my leg begin to do me, willy. I say, yay! Wahala day. My neighbors called me and told me, that man, he said, he brought a native doctor to the house. He didn't know that my neighbors, because I'm still in good terms with my neighbors I live with in Nigeria. He said, say, Mama Shady, that man, see what he do, be careful. I say, I'm not related to this man, na estate agent. Kilo faja. I ran to church. Anointing oil, holy water, prayer. It took days before I stopped feeling that sensation in my leg. If I was not spiritually inclined, or if not that God laid it in my neighbors to tell me, now my enemy therefore delete because of property. So my point in all this is that we should be very, very careful in investing back home. Don't invest back home at the expense of your own comforts, of your own life here, especially if you have a family. Think about your children. Think about your children. Think about your own future. Now, it's too late for this, our brother. It's too late. What can we say? He didn't listen to anybody. He didn't listen to his wife. His bosses said they never knew he was ill because he was turning up to work every day. Is it a bad thing to work? No. But as you are working, you need to apply common sense. Be smart in your investment. Auntie B, when my dad died, that was the last time I stepped my foot in his house. Mad Vicky says, my dear, I'm telling you real life scenarios that happen in Nigeria so that we can learn. Everybody can learn listening to this. Okay, I hear some women in the diaspora, some of our Nigerian sisters, when they come to the abroad and they start working, they will start stay in that one room. And even though they can afford to stay in a bigger property, they say, after all, it's only me, I'm not married. Maybe their children are in Nigeria, all these, our elderly aunties that are here. Then they'll start working. I heard the story of this woman that he has this big house in Nigeria. And she bought a very big, nice, what's it called? He bought a very nice car. Once you build the house, you have to put car there so that when you go, you can have car to do your big madam. Big man, big madam. No big man. Some people don't like it here because obodooyinbo, no big man, no big no big man, no big woman here. We are all equals. People like it in Nigeria because they like that madam, oga that they do and follow you. Somebody will carry your handbag. Somebody will hold your phone. They almost want to carry you. You think they are doing it because they like you? It's not because they like you. It's because of what they can get from you, and some other ones because you are paying them. So this auntie has this massive house in Nigeria and this car, Jeep, she bought, new Jeep. And she will go to Nigeria once in a year and stay for like 4 to 6 weeks in the house. She will enjoy herself. They will come and greet her. They will, she will give people things. They will be calling her big mommy, big mommy, big mommy. And then after 6 weeks, she will lock the door, take the key, and give to people. And then oh my God, is security, the security that organize. First of all, whenever she goes, Naija now, when you are not there, forget it. They were living in the house and doing like they were the owner. Car. Now they will go copy the key of the car. You think you park car in your house, say waiting, they no fit drive the car. Even if they no copy the key, they will find a way to enter that car and they will be driving it and using it. Last, that the security person I ain't go organize for them to clean out the house, clean everything, all the furnitures, electronics, name it. Somebody told me that recently, when they were building a house in Benin, that they came there to rob uncompleted building. Now, I don't hear that kind of thing before. People, they're hungry for Naija. They came to rob uncompleted building. You know what they remove? They removed all the electrical wires and everything they used to wire the house. They removed everything. They peeled it off. Here, they put it inside so you can't see it. But in Nigeria, you will see it on the surfaces. Okay? They start doing it like this now in Nigeria, that they will build. You won't see. Here, you don't see wires on the surfaces. My people, hungry people, they peel the wire in the whole building. 6 flats. They peeled all the wire off. So, why don't you just make yourself comfortable? Live your best life every day. Enjoy your life. This life does not belong to us. It doesn't. Why are you investing in Nigeria so much at the detriment of your own day-to-day life? Princess says, I believe after 30 years, we are living already in our future. Some people say they are investing in their future. I usually ask, which future? The future is now, not tomorrow. God bless you, Princess Ali. I have a video that I want to show you guys. I'm sharing my link already because this is something I feel very, very passionately about. You must live your best life, please. Live your best life. Invest in your children. Invest in your future. Invest in yourself. Nigeria investment. Let me tell you something that I did last year. I love Nigeria very, very much. You guys know. I have a love-hate relationship with Nigeria, but Nigeria is my country, so I love Nigeria. And when I went to Nigeria in 2019, and I stayed for quite a bit. I was looking around to see what I can do, what I can set up. This is me that already started a business how many years ago that I lost over 30,000 pounds in that business. I didn't get shishi back from that business. My obsession with doing business or starting something in Nigeria, I carried myself there again and I was thinking, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? You know what? When I came back and I started thinking about it, I said, investment in Nigeria is not as much as it is good, but it's not a very good investment. It's not it's not investment that will appreciate because you are investing in Naira and Naira is very, very unstable. The currency is very, very, very unstable. The economy is very, very unstable and it keeps depreciating every day. So if you take $30,000, you go and invest it in Nigeria. $50,000, go and invest it in Nigeria. Before you go get that money back, you go do like this. Except you are very, very strategic and you are there Present, not that you just put the money on whatever they tell you is the in thing now, and then you come to obodooyinbo and relax. You need to be there. And house, all this house thing. People say they build houses because they want to rent it for income. How much be rent for Nigeria? How much? The only places you can even get decent rent is places like Abuja, some parts of Lagos, and the major cities around Nigeria. A place like Benin City, how much is rent? So I was asking the guy, I say, okay, if you finish this house now, that you are killing yourself for, that you refuse to live good life here, how much is rent? He said it's around 350,000. 350,000. Change it to pounds. How much is that? That's 1 year rent. Is that good investment? Imagine you took money from the bank to go and build the house. So that's rubbish. That's rubbish. Lolly said an Alhaji died after completing her bungalow. The family refused to sell the house. The poor kids raised here in their 20s gave up in the end after too much family fight and deception. Of course. Mm? Mm. Mm. Yeah. So, yeah, 350K to 400. That's a 1 year rent in a flat somewhere like Benin City. Convert it to euros, dollars, or pounds. You will see that it's not good investment. It's not. It's not a lot of money. It's not. Before you can even earn the money you used to build the house back, say, why she buy? So, Ukeria, before I start taking calls, I can see you, Barry. I'm going to come to you in a minute. If you have something to say, my link is in the comment section. The Nollywood actress Ukeria had something to say about this. I'm just going to share the video with you guys. And she said, why build monumental monuments as village homes when you don't live in regularly, but visit once or twice a year, and where you may not even retire to, or even if you retire, you eventually retire, it is the manageability becomes a big problem. She was making a case that it doesn't make sense for you to build these mansions in your villages. At the end of the day, you are not going to live in it. It's just to show off.
You may not like it, but that's the truth. If it is a house where you live in, where every morning you can wake up and look at the windows and look at the door handles that are all of gold and silver and brass, fantastic. But you go and sink in your village home where you rarely stay. House or houses or an empire that you have sunk in billions to build where you and your family will rarely stay. Is that not foolishness? Hear me, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things we need to do in this climb is to always ask God for wisdom to teach us to do the right thing. Yes, we can build our homes in the village, but something moderate and cute, something lovely and wonderful and cute, something manageable and cute. It's wonderful to be in our village homes, especially a place where we know we don't stay all the time, where we just visit as if we're on holiday. Why waste such money there? If you have too much money that you don't know what to do with it, why don't you go buy lands, build an estate, and rent the houses out to people? Subsidize the rentage so that people will be able to pay for it. And then you can be helping humanity.
That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. Until Keria, they say you should build estates and subsidize it for people. It's meant to be an investment. So giving it out free or subsidized is not that's not business sense. Okay, except you are saying that you should build and dash people here. But from a business point or from a business perspective, it doesn't make sense. But she made sense about what she was saying about how it doesn't it's somehow when you go and build mansions, monumental houses in your villages. You go to some villages and the kind of houses that you see there, but there's no road. And that's why during December, you now see on 1 December, some of our Igbo brothers will now use trailer to carry their cars to the east because the road is so terrible. Wow. We need wisdom, oh, my people. We need wisdom. Okay, I'm taking calls now. Barry, you are my first caller. Unmute yourself, sweetie. You're welcome.
Auntie, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
All right. What do you have to say?
Well, I think what this comes down to is what will people say that I'm doing in Obodoyibo?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things, and that's one of the many pressures that um, those of us who live in the abroad, as you would say,
Mm-hmm.
um, have to deal with. And I hear some of my colleagues say, "Oh, I come this country, can't count bridge." So these are things they say to justify the many hours that they put in at work. And it's just I think they do this just to give that to let people back home know I have arrived, I'm now accomplished, that kind of feeling. And it's just sad that some people still think this way. But I think that the shows like yours, and this is something that I share with people as well, because that is not I don't align with that kind of thinking where you work your ass off
Mm-hmm.
here, and after working you send the money back home, build a monument back home, and you only go there to only sleep for 1 or 2 weeks, then you come back again. My uncle, my mom's brother made that mistake, and he built something really huge in the village, and I think he only slept in the house once or twice before he
Yeah.
passed. That building, like, there's nobody there. I think the inhabitants of that building are just spiders and cobwebs. That's just what you find in there. So I think we should make a U-turn. This idea of pouring all our funds. Recently, a nurse where I work passed. I saw her just last week. I saw her, and we bathe each other. She works like crazy. Sometimes I'll come into work and they're like, "Oh, I just finished a 24 hour. I just finished a 24 hour," because she works two jobs. So maybe she finishes here, she switches to another job. So she would just tell me, "Oh, I just worked a 24-hour shift right now." I
Mm-hmm.
bade I bade this lady. We chatted a little bit on the floor. I bade her good night. 2 or 3 hours later, we received a call that she passed.
Yeah. Her heart has given in.
Yeah, that was what
Mm-hmm.
happened. And there were no signs or anything. They said she got home, watched TV with her
Mm-hmm.
husband, went
Mm-hmm.
upstairs, lay down, and that was how she just checked out.
Mm-hmm.
So people should please learn from these things. I'm sure this is not the first time you've heard stories like this.
Yeah.
Put your health first.
Yeah.
Because all these things, like how would I have X amount of money? By the way, I enjoyed your video, your Paris trip. Those are the kind of things that I enjoy, doing. I work. People would say, "Oh, why are you traveling to this time, Barry?" That's what they would ask me. I was like, "Oh, I'm going
Please
to California."
travel. If it's travel you like, travel as often as you can. It's your
Yeah,
money. You
yeah.
earned it.
Where are you traveling to this time? Which mountain are you going to this time? Those
Ah,
are the kind of
please
things you get
enjoy
into.
your life,
So
my sister.
I mean,
Mm.
it's almost as if they are making fun of me for, like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know what to do with my money." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay,
Let them make
okay, no
fun.
problem."
Let them make fun. It's okay.
No
Mm.
problem. It's I just pray that people would learn from this, see stories like this, and put themselves first. Put their
Yeah.
health first, put their families first, put their well-being here where they live first before they start thinking about building 3, 4 mansions back home.
Thank
And
you so much, sis. I appreciate you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day. Yeah. Live your life. You live your best life. Let them be teasing that, "Ah, where are you traveling to today?" If it's traveling you enjoy like me, by all means. My plan is to travel a minimum of 4 times a year. That a minimum. It costs money, yes. I am working. Gregory, I pinned this because I wanted to read it out. You said that it is good to invest back home. You may never you may never can tell what will happen in the West tomorrow. What if war breaks out tomorrow? What then happens? I pinned it because I wanted to read it out. I think if there's anywhere that is unstable in this as we know it, is Africa that is unstable. Nigeria especially is the most unstable place when it comes to the economics of investment. You need to look at the signs first. Don't This is an emotional I think what you said now is just based on emotional talk as a man that okay, he is unstable. Obodo is unstable. It's Africa that is safe. Abby? Mm, I don't think you really mean that. Mm, I don't think you mean that. It's Africa that is a very volatile Nigeria, very, very volatile place. You never know what's gonna happen. Okay. Good evening. You're welcome, Edmund.
Good evening, Sister B.
How are you?
Beautiful, fine.
It's nice to hear
Yeah,
from you.
yes, I used to be there, but sometimes work. So I'm happy to be online today again.
Okay.
I I heard your topic, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to put some contribution. Um, in the aspect of investment in Africa or in Nigeria, I
Yeah.
will advise somebody who wants to go totally back home can invest so that investment can keep him up. But staying somewhere else, like in Europe and America, and invest in Africa and hoping to gain from somebody, no, and that person might be wasting his time because the family will not allow him. They will nearly finish up his investment. That's the first part of it. The second one, building a house, your own house in Nigeria, um, it's very, 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 very important. Very, very. I'm not here to be proud because I have my own. And I
Mm-hmm.
used to remember when I used to reside in my brother's place, when I haven't got mine, I remember how I used to feel. Yeah, but I tell you now, I have my own. Even if it is one day that I'm going to spend there, it's like heaven for me. So,
Why is it heaven
advice,
for you?
Sister B, I
Mm-hmm.
relax with easy mind. I relax in my house. Nobody's going to tell me this, that.
You
What are
can't
you doing
relax
here?
in the country where you live.
In, I mean, when I travel to Nigeria, I relax very well. I relax because
Mm. Mm.
I have nothing to think about. I am the chef of that place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very happy. And secondly, that
Mm.
house, you see, is my representative. That is Mr. B's house. So if people at home see it, they will still remember me. They say this is the house of so person. So I I'm very, very happy to have something there. It makes me strong and it makes me happy. It increases my, how should I put it, my life expectation because I'm very, very comfortable. I feel so.
You're comfortable in Nigeria.
Yes, because whenever I go there, I have a place to stay, even if it is one day. There will be no insult. You understand what I mean? As a man, there will be no insult.
How often do you go to Nigeria?
Approximately once a year,
And so you go once in a year for how long?
sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks.
Okay, so let's say
And
you
I,
go for
I
a month. So you live in Germany for 11 months of the year. So, I mean,
yes.
I'm not saying that it's not good that you have a house, it's good, but I'm just trying to make you see that you actually live in Germany for 11 months of a year. You only go to Nigeria for 1 month in a year. So where should you be comfortable? Can you compare the comfort of 1 month to 11 months?
Yeah, I understand your question. It is not that I'm not comfortable in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
I have to make sometimes, Germany here is walk, 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 walk every time, every minute you walk. So
Mm-hmm.
even that 3 weeks you take off from this country. Just forget about it. Just go somewhere and forget about
Mm-hmm.
everything. Yes, that's how I do. I will feel fine. So then when I enjoy Nigeria, then I will come back again and start my walk, 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 walk every day. That's how I am.
Let me ask you this. I understand where you're coming from. For a man, I understand it's
Yeah.
good to have a house in Nigeria, but the kind of house that you have in Nigeria, do you have that kind of house in Obodoyibo? Or are you renting in
Uh,
Obodoyibo?
No, I'm renting. I'm renting in Obodoyibo, but at home it's my own. But in
Mm.
Obodoyibo, I'm renting.
Okay. All right. Right. Okay.
So
I understand.
that's my contribution.
Mm. Okay. Thank you. You are.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. I
Thank you very
appreciate
much.
you. P said, you can never convince a typical Nigerian man like this caller. I asked him, that's why I asked him, because he said, I'm very comfortable. I'm very comfortable there. So I asked him, how long do you go for? He said, 1 month. I mean, it's okay to have a house that you can make yourself comfortable. But my point is, instead of having this massive house in Nigeria, the case we are discussing now is a case of him building a second house. You are renting here, okay? You can go to Nigeria and you still be comfortable in a smaller house. It doesn't have to be a massive house. You can stay in Airbnb, you can stay in a hotel. Yeah, I like to stay in a hotel when I go to Nigeria, by the way, because they know they disturb person for hotel. It's when you stay in the house that they'll now come and be meeting you. They'll file up early morning, and Nigerians can wake up early. 6 a.m. they are knocking your door. They want to come and greet you. No boundaries. Okay. So you are here with your family 11 months of the year. You only go to Nigeria 1 month of the year. I'm trying to wait. Which one is home? My brother, Germany is your home. Germany is your FA. What do you want me to say? I should speak the truth and advise him. How can he live in a rented, work hard for 11 months? Did it, FA, did it seem like he was going to listen to me? He didn't seem like he was going to listen to me. So that's why it's good to speak to the situation, because nothing I will say that will make him change his mind. He believed that 1 month of the year is the best thing that will happen. Meanwhile, I mean, if I were you, let me put it this way, I will struggle harder to get money to buy a house in the abroad where I'm living, because I know that even if I retire tomorrow and decide to go to Nigeria, if there is still Nigeria in 20, 30 years or whatever, when we are retiring and we want to go back, your investment in Obodoyibo is more secured. It's more secured. JD, you are trying very desperately to convince me. I can see that you are trying very desperately to convince me. We have a lot of you in the house now. The people that work plenty jobs to build houses in Nigeria. You are plenty. You are never going to convince me. You were saying earlier on that houses in Lekki is $15,000, $20,000. How many people go to buy houses in Lekki from the abroad? You that is talking, do you have a house in Lekki? No, you don't. We all know where we build. We build in cheaper, more affordable places. Okay? So I'm just saying that in everything that we do, I can't tell you what to do, but weigh it up against your present and your future, your children, your family, and your own self. That's why I asked that our brother that question. 11 months in Germany, 1 month in Nigeria. So where are you living? In the other 11 months, the house, who is there? I don't know. I don't understand it. I will never agree to it. And that's just me. I believe that you should invest where you live. Okay. Esther's Chronicles. What do you have to say?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, darling. How are you?
I'm very fine. Sister Mo, let me greet you with a saco first.
Ogbo.
Oh, no.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am. So, good evening, everyone in the chat. I think I absolutely agree with you, sis. And the truth is, a lot of people in the abroad, you can't convince them. As a matter of
Mhm.
fact, when you start trying to convince them, it will now
Mhm.
seem as if you are the one that you don't know what you're doing.
Mhm.
It will now seem as if you don't know what you're saying. So I
Mhm.
think we just need to keep the conversation ongoing, because a lot of people have even built in Nigeria and they never enjoy the home. Like
Mhm.
most times you get to build those houses, and because you are not there, you will tell your family members to be staying there. Fast
Mhm.
forward to maybe 5 or 7 years later, you want to come. Your family members are already comfortable in that house. So they will do everything possible to make sure you don't come to that house.
Of course.
There was a case of a guy in Swiss. The same thing he did. He built in Nigeria. And then when he was ready to relocate back to Nigeria, he went to Nigeria. The brother refused to give him the key to the house. To
Of
cut the
course.
long story short, they assassinated the guy.
Okay, we don't use that kind of word.
Oh, they
Esther.
deleted the guy. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They deleted the guy. It's not our
Mm-hmm.
portion. We always like to say it's not our portion. It's not our portion. But we have to keep learning from other people's experiences. Let's live
Mm-hmm.
the life. Let's enjoy our money. It's good to make invest your money also, but don't live in one room in the abroad and you have a mansion in Nigeria that you are not even sure if you are going to live in eventually.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
agree with you.
yeah,
I hope people will learn that it is where you live, that is your home.
yeah,
That mansion in Nigeria, you are visiting it. Oyibo people call it holiday home. That's
yeah,
what they call it.
exactly.
You see a lot of British people because England is so their weather is so messy. Let me take this call. Uh, because their weather is so bad in England,
Mm-hmm.
in the UK generally, you will see people going to places like
Like
Spain.
Spain, yes,
Oyibo people will go
yes,
to Spanish islands and all those places to go and buy what they call a retirement home. That's what they
yeah,
call it. Do you know
yeah.
why they call it a retirement? It's because even if you are not retired now,
Mm,
yeah, the
mm-hmm.
plan is to live there when you retire.
Exactly.
So if you now that you are working, you buy here, you buy a bigger place here.
Yeah,
And when you now have that one, you sell this one, or if you don't have that one, when you sell this one, you have money to buy a small place. Nobody goes to build a mansion to retire to.
no,
It's always a small place where you
true,
and your husband, your children are all married, they are gone. Even the
true,
ones that are not married, they are adult, they are not going to live with you.
true, true.
Okay,
Okay,
hello. Thank you so much, Esther, my darling.
okay,
I appreciate
Auntie.
you.
Okay, more.
Mo, hello. Yeah, are you calling to contribute to the show?
Yeah, I am. But it seems like you're still talking.
Your YouTube is on, that's why.
Okay. Am I meant to turn it off?
Yes, you are meant to turn it off.
Okay. Hi, my name is Esther.
Go ahead, Esther.
Yeah. And I'd like to contribute to this. Unfortunately, I don't know the main, like how it all started. I'm not sure what it's to do with this woman that they said she built in Nigeria and went afterwards and then been occupied by tenants or they've sold the house. But basically, I've looked at the topic and like the man that just spoke, I mean, like basically, I was born here. And it's not because it's a typical Nigerian or anything. It depends on where you want to live. I was born here. I was taken back to Nigeria when I was 5. And then I came back when I was 22. Now, I've been living here since I've been so good. And it's not that because people are not living well here. Maybe that's why they want to build in Nigeria or they're not going to live there. It depends on where you want to live. I've lived in both places. Even after a while, I had to relocate back to Nigeria when I had my son. I went back to Nigeria for 10 good years. And I can understand where that man was coming from, that when you live with people, in fact, I was so surprised when I first got to Nigeria. I had already sent money down there for them to get me an apartment and everything, but obviously it didn't work out that way. So I had to stay with my cousin for a while. The treatment that I got there, I only thought it only happened here.
I don't think you understand what we are talking about, Esther. I don't think you understand the conversation.
Okay, well, let me just try to cut it short. Basically, right now, obviously, I have a mortgage here. I go on holidays a lot. But the main thing is, it's not just about that. I'm not going to Nigeria. Throughout the period of COVID, I was on furlough. It got to a point where I thought, you know what? I can't just sit down here. I need to go to Nigeria because mentally I wasn't okay. And most times when I go to Nigeria, I rented apartments either in Lekki or in Ikoyi.
The discussion is not about renting apartments or not renting.
even if it's just one day, and you know that it's yours. You're not staying with anybody. It's not. You're not going to go in there and then one day someone is telling you, "Oh, look at the time when you're coming into the house. Don't you know this?" You have your own freedom. The only thing that am against is I wouldn't like work myself round the clock.
Do you have a family, Esther? You have a family yet?
I have a son. He's now 24.
He's
What
24.
I'm saying is, eventually, I want to live back there as well. Because when I look at it here, when we get to our retirement age, I'm always saying to people, what will you be doing? Am I still going to be the one that will be cleaning the toilet, go to the kitchen, go to the market?
That is not the conversation, Esther, I'm afraid. This is not the conversation. You are talking about living in Nigeria versus living here and, staying with people when you go. That's not the conversation. Okay, that's why I said, sorry, I need to let you go because I think you are taking us away from the conversation. You didn't listen to, the conversation is not about where it's better to live, whether it's here or Africa. All right. It's not about that. It's about, people walking themselves to an early grave here because they want to build houses in Nigeria while they live frugal here. That's the conversation. Okay? That's completely not what we're talking about. Okay, JD, I got you.
Hey, Auntie B, good evening, ma.
Good evening. You're welcome. How are you?
Ade. Now, pidgin I will speak.
Oh, carry on, Jare.
Yeah. So, I say people don't understand what they talk. What they talk, you say all these people when they go to Nigeria to go build house, they just waste their money.
Oh, I just say you say Nadia and I good to build. Abi,
No,
I did read your words upside down.
Yeah, no. Maybe now somebody else they talk. You can't see
I
that.
just say na your own. Abi, no, not be you, not be JD. Okay,
Yeah.
let's not
But
somebody else.
but the point where they make nah excellent point. Say people don't they tell me say make I come build house for Nigeria, make I come build house. I say, listen, when I look the investment, the money what I go waste for Nigeria versus money what I go spend for US what I did, and then all the interest what I will get and returns what I will get for you. That Nigeria money na waste of time.
Na good investment be Nigeria house.
No, that's not only unless if you dey go build and when you don't retire, that one good. But when you say you still young, you dey live for abroad, na waste of time.
Okay.
And waste of money. Unless if you get the extra money, if you don't. But if you don't get the extra money, just live for abroad, enjoy yourself.
If you dey visit once in a year, uncle, you need to build because you dey visit.
No. If you dey visit like that man, we saying they visit for 1 month, I've been at 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Just rent hotel now. Just rent hotel. That's waiting be 3 weeks. 3 weeks are nothing now. Even 1 month, waiting be 1 month. Just rent. If you rent Airbnb, in short term, if you even rent house.
Yes, now.
If you rent house for Nigeria, even if you want self, if you go rent house for waiting this, I hear say if you even rent house for Nigeria now for like $5,000 for a whole year, that's not going to reach you rent for some places for America here. That's not going to reach rent for 2 months. So worst case scenario, just go there, go rent house for 1 year. After you don't spend your 1 month, go your own way.
You know the one they pay me pass, JD, make I not lie. And I know say men go always build houses for Nigeria anyway. So that we don't get this argument over and over since when I started this channel. Me and some people fight to a standstill over this matter. Say I they discourage people from building houses. I say, "Mona, go build. Worry me." But my own be say, why you can't they suffer yourself for here? Because they live your best life for here. You can't go build one massive house for Nigeria like this, brother. So you JD, not be laughing matter.
I know. I don't
get two shoe. The brother get two shoe. He dey sick, he still dey work. He not agree because he won't finish the house by all means. He delete himself. Now let you use your hand delete himself because of this mumu house. Who go live for the house now?
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see people like that. I don't see them well. Them plenty. You
never see our Nigerian people here, them busy. They never take holiday one day. They don't agree go anywhere.
Yeah, they're gonna work. You see when they surprise me past now, they won't say they work 2-3 jobs. I say, how am I gonna work like this? Now,
because if they give the holiday for this one, they will can't go this one. Oh, JD. I say this brother, in boss, no say they sick. You don't see person where they go dialysis, go from there, go work. Because you don't want miss shift.
Kai, I don't want to laugh, but that's in a sad life.
You
That's
know,
sad
good
life.
now. He just suffer himself for nothing. You don't even enjoy the money. Now that one they pay me. That's
Yeah.
the way work supposed to chop now.
And chop am for where you dey. See, people you know they don't see the problem for our people. We say they go come all this kind. They will go UK, Europe, go come America, go Australia, go all these places. Instead of to dey enjoy their life for where they dey, they go dey think say, okay, I go go
I
Nigeria,
go
go
wait. Then they
yeah,
put their life on hold until when they go Ninja before they will come enjoy.
You know, if you ask them now, which time be the last time when I go restaurant for around where on a day? You don't tell. I never go restaurant before.
Money for restaurants go fit buy one zinc now. What did they talk like this?
You ask and say, which time the last time when you go do something for yourself for Yankee where you did nothing? Then they wait, they will go Nigeria. Now Nigeria they will go to flex.
Then they wait to go Nigeria before they go enjoy, before they go live their life. The one they pay me pass and the ones where they put their wife and children. Anyway, they get the kind of women where they people for one room, sha. You go put your wife and children for one room because you they save. Why person go do that kind of thing? Not be wickedness, be that. JD, you they laugh.
No, I dey laugh because I don't see people. I don't see plenty people like that. Plenty, you understand? There plenty
They
where we
dey
say
now,
wetin
they
make
dey
me laugh.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Eh? EJD man say I invested more than $100,000 for a duplex that is collecting dust. Happy now. He says collecting dust.
See
Na
that?
so.
See now that 100,000 naira now, and I bet you say that's not be even the end though, because then every now and then they go to call am say make him come spend money, make them fix the property. Now so then they do. They're going to collect your money every now and then. They go to spend money, make them go fix am.
Now wow, we'll get us a bill. Thank you, JD, my brother. I appreciate you, Jerry.
Okay.
You do well.
All right. Take care.
Yeah. Ndubisi, welcome. Oh.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Not too bad. What do you have to say?
So the thing is, right. So let me put it this way. For the aspect of people building mansion in the village, I don't buy that part right there. I was watching Flow Finance. I don't know if you know her. She was saying like build an investment property first before building your village house, because your village house doesn't bring income for you. So build like investment property, and then for the aspect of building mansion and then living in a one bedroom and abroad, I don't. It doesn't make sense to me. I understand you want to invest back home, but at least you have to be comfortable where you are before investing back home.
Yeah.
And don't stress yourself. If you know, you gotta check like how much you bring in a year, and let's see how much house you can afford to build. You're not making $50,000 in a year, but you want to build a house, a 3-story building that's gonna take you years to finish.
Let me ask you something, Ndubisi. How come
Yeah.
Asians are building, they are investing in property in this part of the world, but a lot of us Nigerians and Africans, we always think of only investing in property for rental property back home. Why can't we do the same here? Because
I
I
mean,
mean, investing in naira and investing in pounds and dollars, it's incomparable. You cannot compare it.
so the thing is, they have that mindset of let's invest back home. That one day they might have like a war in obodooyinbo or something. They'll have to have somewhere to stay.
They'll have a
But the
war in
thing is,
Obodoyibo.
that's what that's the whole mindset of like the older people. Like I bought a house here. I bought a house in November of 2021, right? And that house is appreciated over $100,000 now. This is
Of
2022,
course.
and it's
And
just February.
it's appreciating in dollars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do
Like
you know how much
the
$1
house,
is in naira now?
yeah, house that I bought in 2021, November 5th of November, 2021. Right now, the house worth over $100,000 more of what I bought it
See?
before.
See? So even if you decide to sell, you are taking your equity. You got money in the house already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Even if you want, like I say, it falls to the other part, right? Even if you want to invest, you have to be comfortable here first before investing back home. If you want to, and don't go and kill yourself because you want to build a mansion, you want to build a Catholic church back home. Last year when I went to Nigeria last year, if you see what people were like, people's houses in the village, oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
I think it's a competition now.
it's like mansion. When I say mansion, Catholic
Mm-hmm.
church,
Mm.
I'm like, wow. I mean, I live in the US, right? I want to be able to travel. Like, I want to be able to travel. Like, you're in a country that you can travel to any country. Like, I'm in the state right now. I can travel to any part of the world I want to. would know, even if I apply for the visa, I'm not a citizen, but I'm a resident. If I
Yeah.
apply for the visa, it's gonna be like a couple of change, like a couple of
Yeah.
$100, $200, and I had that experience. Like I can't be in this state and then stay 5, 7 years without traveling out. Some people don't even know. Like
Some people have the what do you call it, the British or American passport
yeah, and they
passport,
can't even
and
travel.
they've never used it before to go anywhere.
You only travel to Nigeria once every 2 years, but you
Yes.
working your ass up just to build Catholic Church. I know someone that built house for 7 years. They've been building house for over 7 years now. They're still building.
Wow.
So it falls. I mean, don't kill yourself because you want to build back home. Be
Yeah.
comfortable where you are. I know a lot
Be
of people want
comfortable
to.
where you are.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people want to build back home, but at least be comfortable where you are before thinking about
First.
building back home. And even if you want to build
Okay.
back home, you have to check how much you're bringing in a year before you go starting a
Yeah.
project that's going to cost you over $100,000. That's going to take you
Yeah.
years to finish. Because mind you, you have to pay your bills. You have to like live comfortable before thinking
Yeah.
about back home. So my thing
Okay.
is that you just gotta be comfortable where you are before building back home.
Thank
Because you
you.
live here most of your life.
Yeah.
Unless you
Thank
have the
you.
plan of moving back home, let's say if you come over there, you want to spend only 2 years. Yeah, you can not kill yourself.
Yeah.
But if you have to stay, at least you have to be comfortable here before you're thinking about back home.
Thank you so much, Ndubisi. Maybe if it's coming from men like you, they will listen. I appreciate you, my brother. Ndubisi said, be comfortable here. Oh, make yourself comfortable first before you start thinking of Ninja. Mm? Ninja no go anywhere. I find it really ridiculous. I don't know. What did happen for Russia? Can make people they say, what if war starts? What if war start for Obodoyibo? Nigeria, no, the war where they happen for Nigeria since. So Nati say we not dey war for that country. With everything that is going on in that country. Nati say na peace. Now we dey for that country. Abi? Yeah. Masho. Carol John, you're welcome.
Hello.
Hi, you're welcome.
Good evening, Sister B.
Yeah, what do you have to say? You're welcome.
I just feel like for me, it was the pressure from my family. You know,
Right.
coming from a polygamous home. My mom wanted me to invest in Nigeria, and she was like, your dad has 6 wives with 30 kids and blah blah blah. I said, okay. I came to Europe within 5 years. I'm a nurse, so within 5 years, I spent more than $100,000 building, and it's just to me, I was like angry because
Where did you build it? Was it in the city or in the village?
it's in a town, Delta.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in a town.
Is your
But
mom living there?
she passed. The day she was going to pop champagne, she
Oh,
died
oh my
to open that
God.
house.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
So even now, I've been to Nigeria, but before I used to go like every 6 months. But now I'm like, nah. When Nigeria comes to mind, I'm like, no, I'll rather go to Switzerland, enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the pressure from the family. It's not just for the men. Sometimes it's the women. They pressure the women to, you got to build a house. You got to do this. You got to do that. And, it's really sad. But our people, now I have kids. But when I talk to them about Nigeria, they're like, Nigeria, no, thank you. I'm not going. So for me, I don't see that as a waste. It's something that I did. But unfortunately, the person that I did it for didn't make it. And also, when you also talk about investment, what my husband and I do is we do invest in homes. So what we do is we buy homes in, rundown homes, put some money in it and then renovate it. And then you get maybe 200, 300 at least from the profit you're going to make on those homes. And also, like you said, Bitcoin and all those businesses right now going on. We have to be, how should I say that, financially open-minded in terms of Nigerians. So for me, spending that money is okay because I feel...
At least you built it for your mom, so that's a good reason.
Yeah, but it's sad because when I go in there, she's not even...
Yeah, it's okay to build for your parents. She was alive when you built it. It's unfortunate that she passed, without enjoying it. But we are even talking about people who just build these really massive houses in the village and they call it holiday home and they go there once in a year.
But that's what I'm agreeing with you. But I'm still saying is their family who is also
Yeah, I hear
supporting them
you.
with that idea.
Yeah, I
You
hear
got to
you.
build
I hear
bigger
you.
and whatever. So if you come to my house, you're not going to believe it's a woman that built a house. I mean, it's like a bunker. I call it a bunker because it's so massive and whatever. And I'm not even, it's collecting dust. That is how I see it. It's collecting dust.
Yeah.
It's useless to me. And it's a shame that our people and our parents, instead of them to help us invest in our future, in and like what other people are doing, they are telling us, oh, build this, do that, do that, do that.
It's an emotional, to them is emotional, they are emotional about it. Unfortunately, emotional investments don't yield, they don't yield dividends. Right. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Carol John.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate your call. Very, very insightful. I pray that the soul of your mom rest in peace. It's sad when you're not there to enjoy it. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel because it's the same with my mom, unfortunately. Michelle, you're welcome.
Hi, Auntie B. How you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. Are you calling from
Good.
the US? People are not telling me where they are calling from. I
Yes,
like
I'm
to know where
calling
people
from the
call from.
US. Yes, I'm calling from the
Okay.
US, but I'm also South African.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yes. So my husband is a Nigerian. That's why I'm calling you, and that's why I love you so much because I always watch your
Oh,
shows. Thank you so much
thank
for everything.
you.
And I always do forward your videos to him and be like,
Thank
"Look at this!
you.
What is your auntie saying from Niger?"
You are
Yes,
Nigerian now. In case you don't
yes,
know, once we
so
marry, we take you. Nigerians,
yes,
we are
so
possessive. We are not South African anymore. You are
exactly.
Nigerian now.
Yes, Auntie B. Auntie B, I just want to say one thing, and it's going to be very straightforward.
Mhm.
I also like what the previous caller just said about the pressures that the Nigerian men
Family.
and women get from their parents back home. But in my case, it's a bit different. But I will just say, my father-in-law just told my husband that, listen, you are inside Africa right now, my child, make that your home. South Africa is your home. Don't come and waste your time and build here and there. No, you're there most of the time. So why are you gonna come and build and do stuff over here and you're not even gonna like be here? So yeah, so that's what he said, and that's what my husband did. We have a big house down South Africa in Gordons Bay, like in the beachfront, but we are there all the time because I travel like 4 times just like you back home to South Africa. But yeah, but my kids are here in the US now, and we just got back from there. So
Okay.
and then we are planning to come here this side for good too. So but I just wanted to say the difference in investing in Nigeria and other African countries is huge because I in South Africa is a much it's a little bit better to invest there because of the currency and it's already developed. It's not like
Where is that? You mean South Africa?
yes.
Oh,
Not
okay.
that it's like the best or in the world or anything, but it's just a little bit better. You see your investment better than what you would see it in Nigeria. You understand?
Okay.
So
Okay.
I want to say, like, so my husband moving here, joining me and our kids here, and we could like make an Airbnb out of our home because it's in a place where people would love to be because it's at the beach, you know. So I feel like our investment would be appreciated over there in South Africa versus Nigeria. You know what I'm trying to
Mm,
say? So,
yeah.
and we will obviously be traveling there all the time if we want to, and other parts of the world, you know. But
Yeah.
that the only thing I wanted to say that my husband got good advice from his father that do not waste your time to invest in Nigeria. And
Thank
that's
you.
good. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you, my darling Michelle. Take care of
Okay.
yourself. Okay. Bye bye. So we have people who have really strong opinions about building in Nigeria. Gregory is number one. Okay, it's Gregory. I was mistaken for JD. Gregory is saying there is a 53 years old woman who was sent back home with serious ailment. Sent back home from where? Maybe you need to come into the studio because I don't know how somebody will be sick from the abroad. They will send the person back home. So this story, I don't know. I'm not saying you're lying, but it's just somehow. She was broke, no help, and never. She didn't even have a house in Nigeria. She didn't listen to her family back then. So where did they send her back home? Is it from abroad they send people back home, or is from Nigeria they send people to abroad when they are sick? I don't know. Sonia, you're welcome.
Hey, Auntie B, I'm calling again.
Did you
Can you
call in
hear
before?
me?
Can you call? You called in today before?
I don't know how you called yesterday, remember?
Oh, okay. You're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you. Yes, I just want to say that a lot of us don't understand finances.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I speak French. That's why I have that accent.
It's all right. It's all
Yeah,
right.
so I
Everyone
will
is
try my
welcome.
best. Yeah,
Mm.
so investment means you need to invest in something and an asset
Oh
that is
yeah. Now I remember Sonia
producing.
from yesterday. Someone say you are our president now. Sonia, our president.
So,
I remember
so
now. It just clicked on my brain. Now you were the one that spoke so much. You spoke so much life and sense yesterday. You are our
yes,
new president. Carry
yeah,
go.
thank you. So I will try to call all the to give my input. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, what we should be doing with our salaries and jobs and whatever we are doing is to invest in income producing assets. We need to invest in things that will be making us money every single month. And
Right.
those things are things that appreciating assets.
Right.
That's what we need to be doing instead of building those big mansions. The big mansions that we are building, not only that it's not going to appreciate with time. I mean, the mansions in Africa, it won't appreciate in value, first of all. And then
Mm-hmm.
even if you decide to rent it, if you compare the rental money
Mm-hmm.
with the amount of money you use to build,
Mm-hmm.
it does not make sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. So this
Mm-hmm.
is one thing that we, the Africans, we do that is really, really bad. We should
Mm-hmm.
be investing where we are. There are different levels of wealth, of richness. First of all, what we need to do is to secure ourselves first. Means uh, investing or uh, having things that produce money that do not need us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about financial independence. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
if you buy a rental property, right? You put a down payment, you use your salary, you put it as a down payment.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you pay the bank and all the taxes and whatever, you have a cash flow of about $500. So it means that every single month, that house will be giving you a cash flow of $400 or $500. So that money, you don't actually have to go to work to make that money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is what we should be
Passive
aiming
income.
for.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we should be
Mm-hmm.
aiming for in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you achieve that financial independence where you don't necessarily have, even if you like your job, it's fine. If you like what you are doing, that's fine. But you want to be in the position that if you get sick or if you decide that you don't want to work anymore, whatever assets you have, the assets are bringing you money every month. So you can live off that. This is what they call investment. So parking money in things like those big mansions or the lands and stuff, the money is not, money is supposed to be seen as soldiers. They need to go out there, make more money, and bring you more. But no, that's not what we do. We use our salary, we go and park in things that don't do anything to us. And then the day that we are not able to work anymore, it's a problem.
Right.
Yes. And one more thing I want to add. The
Mm.
fact that we don't invest in properties in the West is this is what why our children cannot have a competitive advantage compared
Mm-hmm.
to the children of the Asian or white people, for example.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
people, they buy properties and they pass it down to their children, and we spend our time sending our money to Africa.
No, it's
After our
Africa. It's
yeah,
Africa.
yeah,
Africa is
our kids cannot compete. Can you imagine a child that, okay, the parent maybe left the child 5 houses, for example,
mm-hmm.
and you,
Mm-hmm.
your child, that you didn't leave anything to your child. You think your child can compete with that person? Your
Yeah.
child cannot. Your child is far. Your child is
It's
behind.
the house
And
in Lekki. Somebody is busy telling us now why some people don't go back home is because they don't have anything back home. That's
no,
why they
I'm not.
cannot go home.
I'm not
That
saying
because
not to.
if you have house in Nigeria, go and sell it. Let me see how much you're going to make out of that house that you have. If you think is income, let me see how much you're going to sell it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So
Thank
that's
you,
the
my
issue with
sister.
our community, and again, we don't learn what
No,
works
no,
from
no, no,
other
no, no.
communities. We
Oyibo
refuse to
people
learn.
will give their children down payment
Uh-huh.
to put on their house. You go and use your money to buy house in
Yeah,
Nigeria because you
yeah.
think that's investment. That's why we cannot build. We are struggling. Africans who are live in the diaspora, they don't, because we don't even understand the principles of generational wealth. All you
No,
think
we
about
don't.
is going back home.
We don't
Mm,
even Auntie B, even life insurance. Do you know that African men don't even believe in that life insurance thing? This is
yeah,
crazy. In
somebody told us yesterday.
2022,
Yeah,
2022, and a man doesn't think he should have a life insurance. This is
yeah.
crazy. They don't
Mm,
think about saving money to pay their children college. The
mm-hmm.
children start their life with $100,000 student loans. How can
Yeah.
those children compete with the added
No, as long as you have house in Nigeria, you are okay. It's fine. That's all you need to achieve. You think you have money. You think you've arrived because you have house in Nigeria. My friend, you just they start. You just they
But
start. Thank
that
you.
house is not producing anything. That's the problem.
Oh, my sister. I hear you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye bye.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Sister Sonia, for president. You. Thank you, Huntsman. Thank you. You're welcome.
Good evening. Oh.
Good evening, Brother
Good
Hans.
evening.
How are you? You don't
Very
tell.
well.
We dey quarrel.
No.
You know, say me and you.
I think
Oh,
I
oh,
do.
you
Obodo
there?
man,
Okay.
agree or not?
Welcome.
Yeah. I
Right.
don't
So
know
what
how.
is
I don't. I want to speak pidgin. Oh. I don't know.
talk
I don't.
now?
I don't know how people, because this Europe, I'm getting tired of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that is why, honestly, somebody have to plan, because building a house in the village, that is a total write-off.
Okay.
Eh? But a lot of people are making it in the cities. Build your house. These people, they said their houses are collecting dust. Why?
Yes.
Because you did not build it with business mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? And you want to build a house for your mother, and
Mm.
maybe she's the only one there. Why can't you build something like flats, so that you can have tenants? Your mother will take one flat from there. Now she would have been collecting some, rent. If you build
How
something
much
that,
is rent in a house in Delta State? How much be the rent?
ah, it's not, at least somebody who rent a house for maybe 500K.
Mm. If
It's
you
not
change 500
cheap.
k to euros,
No.
how much it go be?
Anti B, it's not only, you are not just saying at once.
No,
You
no,
want
no.
to
What
hit
I'm
it up.
saying
You
is
want
that
to.
you know why I ask you that question, because we are comparing now investing. If now investing for as an asset to for you to get money, the point is that it is better you get more, you get what our sister just spoke about, appreciation for your assets here in the diaspora than Africa, than Nigeria. That's what I'm saying, because that's our sister that spoke was saying about how she built house in Delta, and I'm thinking, if you say I wish you built to rent, how much will the rent when you change them to foreign currency? It's not competitive now. What are they trying to talk with that?
Do you know that I don't know of other places. There is no how somebody who is a rich man in Nigeria, you can compare that person to. Look at what they are spending in Nigeria now. When they tell you a man they spend in Nigeria, you open your mouth. You working here in Europe.
But we know how they get their money for them now. There's no
Not
basis for
everybody
comparison.
get their money through all those ways. You understand me? People are truly
Mhm.
making real money in real estate. People are making it.
So you say
This
you want, they plan to go back
working.
to Nigeria. You they plan to go because of those people where they live big life for there.
It's not going back to Nigeria to live a big life. It's just because I'm tired of Europe.
See, I'm tired of Europe.
I
I
have
don't
to.
blame
Somebody
you.
have to do something to. How can somebody come to Europe every day is work, work? This traveling you are talking about, I saw you in France, yeah.
Uh,
That's because you people have maybe I don't know how you people work in the UK. Here, your holiday is only 2 weeks.
Which country be that? For Germany?
Austria, no.
Austria? 2
Yeah,
weeks in a whole year?
2 weeks.
Mm,
So
okay.
I don't, this walking, I'm tired.
I
So
feel
one
your
have to
pain.
do something that you'll be getting income in Nigeria, so that when
Mm,
you go back home, you still have a house, you
mm,
have tenants, and you
mm.
are still doing little things. Because Nigerian work, when I was in Nigeria, I'm not waking up very early every time, rushing alarm every day. Eh?
So, obodo life, this Europe life don't tire you,
No,
basically.
I'm tired of it,
That one a
honestly.
different conversation altogether. I
Mm.
feel you. I know where
I
you are
think that
coming
is
from.
why some
Mm,
people, those who build in the villages, that is a wrong investment. Maybe it's not investment, sha, but build
mm.
something that you will be receiving
Income.
something. Yeah.
Temiti say, Oga Hanks, move go another country now. If you get your passport, you don't need to leave for Austria. If you get EU passport, you can move within the abroad.
What am I going to do in that place? Is it not the same work?
You know one work.
This work. The thing is
Oh
tiring.
my God, I don't tire. Hank say na so so work. Hank say, brother Hank say he tired. He say my tired is tired.
Oh, one need
Oh my God.
one needs
It is
something to.
well.
Real estate is good. Real estate is good. Even in Lagos, where I come from, in Asaba, things are moving. The good real estate people are making money now. Instead of every
Okay.
day alarm is disturbing you, you are
Alarm is
waking up.
waking you up every day.
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel your frustration. Sometimes you know easy. But don't you know easy. You know go rest. You go work till you reach 70 because
Ah,
those bills you go dey pay am. So I mean, if you want relocate go Naija, just plan yourself now. You go plan. Make
yes,
sure say you get
that is
something.
the
Then
plan. I feel that is
yeah,
why people are not investing so much to buy house here now. Maybe it will take like they will give you maybe 30 years to pay.
you get family
It-
for Austria.
No, I don't have a family in Austria.
Okay.
I don't want to bring my family.
So
Let
your
them
family
stay.
is in Nigeria.
That is the best thing for me, because
Ha.
even the children. Although this place is not like where you stay, it's not
So
like
na
the
only two
UK.
weeks a year you dey see them.
Honestly, I want to go back. That is why
No
I didn't
wonder
bring
say
them,
you want.
because
No
I want
wonder
to
say
go.
you won't go back. That one
Yes,
hard though.
I
Your
want
wife
to
and
go back.
children dey Nigeria.
I want to go back because my
Mm.
family is they are okay there. They are okay there in Nigeria. I don't want
I
to
make
bring
you dey
them
work
here.
so much because now
Only
only
here.
you. If not two income, it for them more easier for you.
No, see, my family, they are okay now. The little money I sent back home is it's well taken care of. They are managing.
Of course it will, but
Yeah,
you know the rest now.
because
Now make you the thing don't dey tire
yeah,
you too.
no, the,
Mm.
the work is getting out of hand.
Belle, no wahala. Make we leave you for here then. I see the tiredness for your voice. I hear am. E no easy, but it is well. He say it's better to leave in children and a wife there. Hanks, na real traditional man you be. Go be with your wife and your children. No worry. Even if you no get money, just go. Your wife go feed you. After all, you don't feed am all these years. But if you no get money for Nigeria, they only respect you. Make I warn you now. Now all those euro where you dey bring come, na make you dey get respect. Oh. Bumi, you're welcome. Oh my God. I dey feel Brother Hans' pain. The guy is tired of Europe. Unmute yourself, Bumi. We can't hear you. Bumi, can you hear me? Okay, I'm going to move on to
I
someone
can
else.
hear you. I can hear
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
very
my
quickly, please, because of
hi.
time.
No problem. Thank
Mm.
you. It's just been a very interesting show to see how people think. I just wanted to mention that this pressure that a lot of our callers have been mentioned is also very real,
Mm.
because when I barely, I was still a student when my father was already telling me that I should start thinking of building a house in Nigeria. And I'm like, I've not even finished school. And you know how much fees international students pay. So why would you be saying, he said, yeah, he's just putting it in my head. I was like,
Mm.
the house that we started or that he started building with my mom in Nigeria, in Lagos, they have not finished building it. It's still uncompleted. And you're still saying I should come or I should start thinking of building my own house. What's the point of moving to the abroad if you are not going to invest where you are? the problem is that we have our mind in two places. You are thinking of here, you are thinking of back home. It's not going to flourish. That's why you have people saying that you should build home, you should do this, you should do this. There's no problem if you want to do it. But especially when you are not ready, when you are not financially ready and able, and like Madam Sonia said, if it's not bringing income, if it's not bringing cash flow, there's no point. So that's what I told him. I said, why would I build house? Even my brother, my younger brother, he started pressuring my brother, since he's the only son, you should build house. The boy has not even gotten legs. He's not well grounded where he is. You're already pressuring him to be. I said, because everybody that travels be like, what kind of stupid argument is that? Young people, telling young people to start thinking of building houses. And this is back home pressure is that since you're in the obodo, you can afford to build it. They don't care because everybody they see quote and unquote is doing it, so you should do it. So I told my mom, do you want to come and visit your grandchildren? Or do you want me to be building a house that I cannot afford for 10 years? And she said, I want to come and visit. I said, okay, so I'm not building a house. She kept quiet. Since then, she has not pressured me. My father has not pressured me as well. So I just wanted to mention that pressure also plays a huge role. But if you don't know how to respond, they will eat you up, unfortunately.
Thank you so much, Bumi. Yeah, you are the second person that is mentioning that. I like the way you handle the situation. You didn't give in to pressure, and that is very, very important. Sometimes with African parents, you need to set them straight. And a lot of people make a lot of emotional decisions regarding this building thing that we're talking about. But the point is, I like what Ndubisi said. It's about balancing everything. You need to balance your life, because if you don't balance your life, nine wahala go dey. As much as you want to build, what about where you live 11 months of the year? Some people like it like our brother in Germany that said 1 month go Nigeria, enjoy. And the other 11 months is in Europe. But I don't know. But people have really strong opinions about this. Some people believe, invest where you are. Some people believe that war will start in Europe, so we should go, or in Obodo Ibo, the whole world go start war. So in Africa, 9 days safe. Okay. Mama, you're welcome.
Good evening, Auntie B.
Good evening. Where are you joining us from?
From USA.
Okay, what do you have to say? I need to
I'll be
start.
saying, I don't know why people know they like to live soft life.
Mm.
Me, I like soft life.
Me too.
I like soft life, maybe small. I'm telling you, see, it's okay, build house wherever I want build house. But make sure, say that place where you and your family dey, una dey very, very comfortable. Me, I'm not saying make you no build the houses where you want build. But if you go build the house, I'm saying you go come dey suffer me and my children, our vacation. Me go spa, go get massage. Me go do my nail. Now there we go get problem. I tell you now, we traveled to Nigeria not quite long ago, right? We did here for some time. We don't build houses and all of that. So we can't go. Auntie. After many years, when I go back to Nigeria. Now just 3 years I use, that'll be just 3 weeks. Auntie, if they do me like say make I pack my load, man, they come back. I'm not gonna lie, the house we build for there is quite big. Now mansion according to our husbands them. But you see that my house why they for obodooyinbo, it sweets me. Immediately I enter plane. Where I open my door, I enter my house. Why I can't lie down for my bed? I open leg, yakata. Now so sleep carry me go.
Oh my God, Mama, I beg, no make me laugh. You say, which one open leg come do for the matter now? You say,
I
open leg, yakata.
Sleep carry me go because even the kids were not comfortable. They were. I'm not saying don't build. We have houses, but I love where I am because this is home. This is home. So where would they live life like paupers? For where would they? Where would they? You know, go take care of our children. Go see some of our Nigerian people children. Go look. They even the ones who they for Nigeria better pass the ones where we did for so-called obodooyibo. They look so unkept.
For some na school for here, you go see them. You go see them at school. They call social services for their children because their children are so unkept. They work. They don't feel buy better uniform for their children to wear. Obodooyibo wey be say for UK, children they wear school uniform, go school.
Yes.
Only university no get uniform. Uniform, ordinary uniform. They don't buy book. They don't pay school fees except they private school. Ordinary uniform. Some Nigerian parents no agree buy uniform because but
Exactly.
they save every dime for this. I don't even know how to
That at the
describe the
end of the
house.
day, these kids won't even think about the houses you're building over there because they are so used to this place. Tell me, which speaking from here go Nigeria, go they fight over one house where you build over there?
I
None.
don't know. I don't know.
Great.
I don't know.
Main things, yeah, those are our kids. Make yourself look okay. Take care of your children. Go, you can do whatever you want to do, but not at the detriment of you looking good and being happy over here. You're so overworked, then you go to snap at anything where the children talk. You go they mad. You'll be mad all the time. Why? Because you are tired. You'll be grouchy because you are tired. You look yourself for mirror, you go get low self-esteem because you know even free buy wig of $50 for head. Because you look that wig to say he reached me to buy something for Nigeria. Me, I like soft life. I am so obsessed with myself. I'm sorry. I am
I
obsessed.
hear you.
That's the
I hear you.
way
Now, so it's supposed to be. We're supposed to dey live soft life because now we they make the money. Enjoy your life
enjoy
while
your
you
life.
still have it.
That's all.
If you old, you know if you enjoy again. You
Exactly.
understand?
Look
The
good.
time you old, you know if you enjoy. If now anything you like to do that time, maybe because at the time my husband all the time, maybe because I dey work with old people, now I make old age. I don't see how old age be for this part of the world. And that's why I am determined to live my best life now before I old. Because
Hospital.
old age is not pretty.
You know, so they tell
Hmm.
you we need collagen until the 6 people they get sagging yash.
Hmm.
Everything don't sag finish. So let
You
me
know if
leave
you enjoy food, you know fit chop. They don't
before
carry you put for
sag.
chair. Any small breeze blow you now sleep, you they sleep. You just they sleep.
I
Go
go
old people's home, make it swear as a bit. Hmm.
exactly. Type card, I go vacation, I go sit down, I go massage my body, massage my leg. Now one life I come and na soft life. You so past picking yash safe. Now I come.
I beg, enjoy your life, that your life, Jerry. Thank you, Mama. All right, make we go on swiftly because of time. We don't almost do 2 hours, and my studio is still full. Ify, you're welcome, sweetie. How are you?
Hello, Auntie B. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. You're welcome. What do you have to say?
Thank you. Yeah, so first off, I want to say it's an interesting topic. I haven't been able to catch up for a minute now, but I'm happy to be here just to, gain some insight based on what people are saying. I don't think I know a lot of people here in America who I know I called one last week and I was like, just enjoy your life, just travel, enjoy your life. And he
Mm-hmm.
says, "Oh no, I'm building, I'm building." They call me every day. Do you know the amount of how much they sell a cement of whatever?
Cement.
Yeah,
Mm.
I have to, they are doing some things there. And I'm like, hey, you have
Uh,
to live here. And I told him, I said, do you even have any plan of traveling in the next 7 months or 1 year? He said, no. And I said,
mm,
think about it. You're spending so much money on something that you're not even going to enjoy for a long time. Somebody else is going to be enjoying it while you're
mm-hmm.
slaving and trying to make it happen. I feel like it's also an ego thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is a
Mm-hmm.
cultural thing and it's also an ego thing. People feel like, well, I need to represent.
I've
What do I?
arrived.
Yes, I've
I have.
arrived. What
I
do I have to
have.
show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do I have to show for being here for this long? I also wanted to quickly correct an impression. There was a South African lady who called in, I think some 5 callers away,
Mm-hmm.
some 5 callers ago, and
Mm-hmm.
she said something about, well, if you build a house in South Africa, it's the investment is way better than Nigeria. Yeah, I agree, but I hope our Nigerian brother who bought a house in South Africa is aware that they're probably going to spare that house for him, knowing that he's married to one of them. Well,
They will
I
do
have lived
what?
in.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying that I hope our Nigerian brother, the one who is married to this South African lady, knows that that house is probably only safe because he's married to a South African. We
Why will it not
know,
be safe?
yeah, I mean, xenophobia. They attack Nigerians back in South
No,
Africa.
no,
I know. I have
no.
lived in South Africa for some
Yeah,
years,
they
and
do, but it doesn't mean that Nigerians don't own property there. They do.
oh, they do. And of course, during these
Mm.
xenophobia attacks, we see investments being destroyed in South Africa because of the
Mm.
anger of some of them. I'm not saying they're all xenophobic, but
Mm.
we see what happens with our properties and investments in South Africa. I would recommend that Nigerians invest where they live, most likely in the Western world.
Okay.
South Africa, the way it is now, is just one step away from Nigeria when it comes to whether it's
Me, I don't
corruption.
believe in any investment in Africa. Let's just take it.
Exactly.
Africa is the same. Whether south,
Exactly.
west, north, east, forget it.
It's still
Africa
the
is
same.
Africa. I
Exactly.
beg.
So, yeah, people should just invest where they stay. People should invest and live their lives. There is
Mm-hmm.
cryptocurrency. I am an avid follower of cryptocurrency. I invest a lot in crypto, and I think people should look into that. If they're looking for where to put their money and they don't know what to do with it,
What about
then-
property in abroad? There's
oh yeah, they
property
can.
abroad too.
Oh yeah, but there are people who have bought enough property abroad and they're looking
But
for. They
because
don't know
people
what
are
to
saying
do.
that this cryptocurrency is not stable and you don't know the future, so people have lost money in it as well. So if you don't understand it, I'm not going to
Mhm.
encourage anybody to jump into it if you don't understand. They use it to dupe a lot of people as well. So
Yeah,
you need to
that
know
that
what you
is
are
true.
doing.
Yeah, that is true.
Mm.
There are some people who let people open a crypto account for them to run the account. Why can't you run your own account? Why can't you?
It's not everybody that can do it themselves. Some
Oh,
people might
okay.
not have the knowledge or
That's
the
something.
understanding of it. So it's not for
That's
everybody.
something. That's something. And
Mm. Mm.
crypto. I'm sorry that I'm dwelling on that, but the investment in crypto itself is not supposed to be something you buy and then you leave it to grow. You're going to be watching it.
Mm.
It's like a market. You see that it's
Yeah.
flying up. You sell it. You get your money. You do something else with it. But bottom line, Auntie B, thank you for this. I think people should live their lives in the moment. They should not live and say, "Oh, let me wait till 10 years from now before I enjoy my life." Go on vacation. I love vacationing. People need to take care of themselves when you're abroad, inside this cold, this winter storm. All
Like
of these
Brother
things that
Hanks. Brother Hanks
it's
said they give him only 2 weeks holiday in Austria. He's fed up.
oh yes, I cannot relate with that man. I don't know the kind of job he does in Austria. But if
Yeah.
he's tired, it might just be because he's away from his family. I
Yeah.
know that
That's
he was
part
saying
of it
something.
as well.
That's part of
Yeah.
it. It plays a role. Imagine if the family was there with him. He would not be complaining this much. The fact that he only has to see them for 2 weeks in a year
I
is
just can't even imagine it. So he's
yeah,
cooking by himself, cleaning and
yeah.
doing everything, but he's basically living like a bachelor all
Of
these
course, of
years.
course, and he has a wife
Wow.
and he has a wife and children. So it's
I
tough.
won't do that. I don't think it's the best plan. I don't know why people do
Absolutely.
that. What's the point of
Absolutely.
having a family if you can't live together?
That's
I
just the
don't
point.
understand
And
it.
the caller before me was cracking me up a lot. She said something about,
She
getting
says she
home
likes soft
sweaty.
life.
Yeah, something like I was just cracking up. I was cracking up where I was standing. I was like, "Whoa, this girl is funny," but it is true.
Mm,
Everything she's saying is
mm,
the truth. You
yeah.
invest in where you are enjoying life the most. I am planning to visit Nigeria soon. I'll be there in May, and I'm planning for the nightmare already, the potholes on the road and things like that. And so
So you
imagine
won't be
if you
investing in Nigeria then, Ify?
Oh no, 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 not anytime soon. Maybe when I clock 60, I will start thinking about that. But for now, as I'm young, I have enough time on my hands.
Okay.
Maybe when I clock 60, when I know that maybe, Nigerians don't even retire in Nigeria anymore. They retire in Ghana, they retire in Barbados, they retire in Puerto Rico. That's where most Nigerians are retiring now. Most Nigerians who are of the retirement age who can't stand
Mm,
the cold in the Western world. They go and
yeah.
buy properties in Ghana. They go to the Caribbeans. That's where they invest
Mm,
money now. They don't want to go
yeah.
back
It's about
home to
security
Nigeria.
in it. Who wants to retire when there's no security? That's
There is
what's
no
driving a lot
security.
of
Yeah.
people.
There is
Mm,
no assurance that when one wakes up in the morning, there's no assurance that you even have fuel to fill your car with if you want to drive across the road or go get
yeah.
something. There's so much uncertainty. People are no
Yeah.
longer interested in buying properties in Nigeria. For those that I know a couple of professors who retired from Canada. They went straight to Ghana. I know some here
Yeah.
in America. They went straight to the Caribbean. That's where they intend to die. And I'm sorry to use that word. Sorry, that's where they intend to delete when they're old, because they
Mm,
don't want to go back to Nigeria. So it's
yeah.
it's for me. I don't know what the point is. I think it's cultural. It is an
Mm.
ego
It's
representation.
emotional.
It's
Yeah, it's
emotional. It's
emotional.
an emotional
Mm,
investment for some people, and so they
yeah.
make these choices, and then they're like, I can't even live there. Just like the caller before me, she went to Nigeria and she couldn't even stay for 3 weeks.
Mm,
I'll be staying for
mm,
just I think a little more than 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, and
yeah.
I can't even imagine what I'm going to go through. But I'll
Enjoy
try.
Nigeria. Ify,
I'll try to make it.
I love when I go, I live my best life there. I
Yeah, I've
mean,
seen videos.
just
I've
don't
seen.
worry. You know what? This is what I always
Uh-huh.
say to people. As much as we hear a lot of the bad stuff that is happening, and this is,
Uh-huh.
we hear it on social media because social media likes to glorify the ugly side. There are
Mm-hmm.
over
Yeah, they
200
do.
million people who live in Nigeria and they live their
Mm-hmm.
best life every day.
Yeah,
So
that's
you're
right.
gonna be okay. Don't go there with a mindset of fear. Take
Mm,
precautions, be careful, don't hang out at night, but you're
mm.
gonna enjoy yourself. I always have a good time in Nigeria. I do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So don't
Yeah.
go there scared and be shaking. And no, 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 no. Just blend in and enjoy yourself. And then
Auntie
you
B,
come
I
back and
always
you'll be
try,
turned.
every time I go to Nigeria, I always try to blend in, but they always catch me. I was born in
Let them
Lagos.
catch you.
I
Yeah.
speak, I speak, I speak the Yoruba language so well. And I remember going to the market one day and I was pricing stuff, and the woman was like, just drop these dollars now. And I was like,
It's your skin.
how
It's your
did
skin
you?
that gives you away.
I said, no, I'm not from, I don't have dollars to spend. And she's like, you're lying. I can see it all over you. So I try to blend. I try very
Yeah.
much to blend. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to be
Yeah.
doing when
Just
I go,
enjoy
like blending
yourself.
in. Yeah, I
Yeah.
will. I will. Thank
All
you so much, Auntie
righty.
B. I'm going to let
Take care, my
the next
darling.
person talk. Have a
All
good day.
right.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, Ify. England will say, I know a man who worked in the diaspora for 28 years. He lived from hand to mouth as he was building mansions in his village. When he died suddenly, they could not even afford to send his body back to Nigeria. That's what we're talking about. You get the assignment, if NK London. This is this conversation. It's around how are you living now? Don't neglect your life now because of the life you are planning for in Nigeria, especially. And that's why Ondubisi has really said something that stood with me. And it was like, take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself now. Then plan for later. You can't say, oh, let me neglect myself now. You cannot neglect your life now because you are planning for the future. I don't understand it. The future is not yours. You don't even know if you are going to get to that age. God owns our life. And he does not write a letter to you, say, oh, dear Mrs. So, 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 so. And the angel is coming, or angel Gabriel is coming, so, 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 they, so put your house in order, be ready. No. So you got to live your best life every day. You're welcome, oh, Impact. You're next.
Hi, Auntie B.
Impact. Hello. Yeah, I can hear you. Go
Hello.
ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Oh man,
Can
I
you hear
can't
me?
hear you.
I'm hearing you. Okay, we lost Impact. Precious, unmute yourself.
Hello, Auntie B. Hello,
Hello.
everybody.
You're welcome.
I'm calling from Canada. And
Okay.
so I want to first preface by saying I absolutely will never spend 1 naira to build a house in Nigeria. I can't even buy a car in Nigeria, knowing full well that
Ah,
I'll probably use it for maybe 2 years out, 2 weeks out of the year. And it will just be there accumulating dust, like the person that commented said. You build a house, it will even cost you more to um to maintain the house because you're not even living there for the most part. But I also understand people that honestly and truly want to move back to Nigeria. For example, the other man from Austria that called, it seems to
mm,
him like traveling abroad is like the means to an end, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
for him, yes, so for him, he wants to gather as much wealth he can from the work he would do there, knowing that he's probably going to be be quicker with gathering what he needs to be able to finally go and rest in Nigeria. So it kind of makes sense if that's his plan or if that's what other people are trying to do. But for the rest of us that are actually like who have migrated, fully migrated abroad to live abroad, I don't understand why someone would think it's a good investment opportunity to go and build such a big house in their village. But um I can attribute it to our lazy way of trying to invest. Like day before yesterday when we had that show with Dr. Puna, where you made a comment like Nigerians or our people like to have information handed to them. They don't like to do research. Back in the day, most of our parents invested wisely by building houses. Back in the day, way back in the day, maybe even our grandparents. right? It was a good investment for them because comparing to the rent and then in Nigeria you can build your house. You just buy the land 1 year, you start building the house small, small, small. You have 10,000 here, you buy block. But now it's no longer a good investment. Why won't you just sit down, do research, and figure out that you're probably abroad with 30,000 down payment. You've bought a real house that you're paying mortgage small, small. Now you pack all that millions and tens of millions of naira to send to Nigeria, but you're paying somebody else's mortgage for them abroad. So we have to kind of try as much as possible to do research, see what really, really works for us. Even if you say, oh, I can't afford the down payment abroad, you see a lot of Indian communities where they come together and do crowdfunding, go to the bank, go to a lawyer that will do it legally for them, and they will be able to pool resources together to buy one house. And then slowly they will start to amass wealth like that. If we keep thinking that we're just going to invest blindly, we'll end up being those parents that bug our children, pressure our children for a livelihood in the future, because we might end up losing everything. So that's just what I really wanted to say. We need to stop being scared of the future. Invest in retirement plans, retirement savings plans, so that life insurance, those types of things, like health insurance. So you're not scared, you're not worried that, oh, what if this happens, what if that happens? That's why you're paying insurance. You go on holidays, your health, you can't cheat your body. If you keep working all those 20-hour shifts, 80-hour work weeks, it will catch up eventually. And you find out that most people don't even have that insurance. Somebody just said that they built this house and they didn't even have money to carry his corpse back to Nigeria. Imagine he was investing in Nigeria and didn't even buy life insurance that could have paid for that. So
Thank you so
I
much,
think
Precious.
we need to think and do research before we start investing. A house is not necessarily an investment.
Okay. I appreciate you, Precious. Well spoken. Very, very loaded. I like the word you used, that some Africans who live in the diaspora are not fully migrated. You are so right about that. A lot of us, we've lived here 20 years, but our body is here, our spirit is in Africa. Our spirit is in Nigeria. All we think about is looking towards that day. I mean, for that, our brother Hank, I'm just imagining how he's lived in Austria for so long and his family is in Nigeria. And I don't know if this is because he was saying that, oh, I prefer my children to be in Nigeria. So it seems to me like this was a conscious decision that he agreed with his wife that he will live in the diaspora. Why the wife? I mean, I'm just thinking, I can see why he is so tired, because apart from when you live with your wife in Nigeria, you basically have not even enjoyed being in that marriage. You're just paying bills there, sending money there. You're not even in your children's life day to day. I can't understand it. Maybe for men, it's easier, but I don't know, except there is a reason, maybe immigration problem, why you will not want to be in your children's life every day. Are they going to know you? Are they going to be your friend? All they remember is you bought them shiny things, you bought them clothes, you paid for things, but what about the relationship? I'm just wondering. I don't know. To me, Onibo Shejeo, honestly. Divine, unmute yourself. We're rounding up now.
Hey, Auntie B, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. You're welcome. Where are you joining us from?
From the US.
Okay, what do you have to say?
Yeah, I've been listening to the conversations so far, and I think that when it comes down to investment, I feel like there are three things that you should sort of look at: stability, maximize profit, and long term. If you're looking at like short term gains.
Can you say that again? Stability.
Yeah, stability, maximize profit, and long term. And because usually when I look at my investment, I feel like the first thing you have to do is to make sure you diversify your investment. Now, so like I think that when we're investing, one thing we should look at is like what part of that investment would you actually yield the most from, or what part of your money is going to make more money for you? So, like for instance, it makes no sense to have my money in a U.S. bank account, savings account that gives you 0.00 something percent per year, but whereas I could have it in a Nigerian piggy vest account that gives me 10% of that money per year. Now, that does not mean that you should necessarily take all your money and put it in Nigeria, obviously, because the Nigerian economy fluctuates very rapidly. But that 10% can sort of offset that. So, like, you know, I'm thinking that, like, if you're making investments or anything, you have to look at all those criteria. And that's something sort of Precious highlighted to in the last speaker. She sort of mentioned that you have to do your homework. If you're living in a country outside Nigeria, you have to understand the way the system works, the tax system. How can you use what's already written in the law to maximize investment and profits for yourself? Like, if you're still thinking about, oh, I need to build so and so in Nigeria without understanding the system to where you actually make your own salary, you're already making the first mistake. And the other comment I sort of had to for the other guy, Mr. Hanks, I think that if he probably had his family, like you suggested, it would be so much more easier for him. Now, we don't really understand, like, the whole story behind, what might be going on for him, or etc.
His children to be in Nigeria. He said it.
Yeah, I
Grow
think
up in
that's a big
Nigeria.
mistake, because, like, you might be providing for I think that's what kids need. You're making a big mistake, my man. I would advise you, like, kids need to be close to their parents, because, like, the only association they're gonna have with you is someone that gives them money to do other things. Like, like, they're not gonna have the other memories of growing up. Like, the most important time for you to actually share the good memories now is when they're actually young, not when
And
they're actually adults and doing
if
their
his
own thing.
wife was there with him, then she will share some of the burden.
Yeah.
So he can probably take more time off work.
Yeah.
I beg my husband all the time, please, don't stay at home. I practically have to beg him, don't go to work, because I know that even if he doesn't work, I'm here. But imagine if it's just one person, it's harder. You understand?
Yeah, it makes it very
I
difficult,
don't know why he made that decision,
especially
but
if you
I
live in
don't
this
know.
hemisphere. So I
Yeah,
would
it's a
tell him to
struggle.
reconsider that, because, like, you could be pulling in two incomes, but you're choosing to pull in one at the moment, and,
Yeah.
like, you're reducing your own investment. So I think it would make it easier for you to get around to, stop worrying about your alarm clocks, like you were sort of mentioning, and, like, it would also maximize how much money you both are pulling in. So it's something to reconsider.
Thank you so much, Divine. Well spoken. You sound so
Thank you.
young, but very, very knowledgeable and so matured. Thank you for sharing your
Thank
wisdom with
you.
us. I'm
Thank
taking
you.
notes. I took some notes of what you said. Thank you. Have
Thank
a
you.
good day.
Big
All
fan.
right.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay. Naka is saying that some men prefer to leave their families in Nigeria, especially Igbo men. It has always been like that. I know uncles who live in the US and their wives were in the village. I mean, that was then. Now, I don't understand. Maybe we should have a discussion around that, Hank, so that you can explain it to us, because I'm trying to figure it out in my brain. If I have to live in Nigeria with my children and my husband, I will hate every minute of it. I won't like it. I won't like it at all. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe we should have a conversation around why some men prefer their children to grow up in Nigeria. They will leave their families in Nigeria while they are here. Sometimes it's not visa issues. He said this is what he prefers, his children to grow up. So I don't think it's visa issue, because at the end of the day, even if you came here alone, at some point your visa issue, your immigration issue will be sorted. And at that point, some people now bring their families back to where they are in the abroad. But some people will still prefer their families to remain back home. And I don't know, people still do that. A lot of people, I hear that a lot of Nigerian men now send their families to Canada. No, Canada is the hottest thing now. When I saw my friend did a video, Kacha Valino was talking about how don't go to Canada, I was laughing. Do you know how hot Canada is in Nigeria? Everybody wants to go to Canada. And I'm thinking, hey, yeah, with that cold, chai. Wow. Mama Jojo, you're welcome. Good evening, ma.
Yeah, hello NTB. Hello everybody. NTB, I wait for your show every day because
Oh,
I'm
thank
telling
you.
you, I connect with a group of people and all of your fans, we all have like minds and it just boosts me every day. First of
Thank
all, I
you.
want to address something. I'm gonna go. I want to see it from a different lens, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll come back. When
Okay.
like when I got married to my ex-husband, I was working for the United Nations and we were renting, right? So when I was working, he was in a university at the time, and I was working. He was going to school and working, teaching too. So because we were renting, he wanted us to buy a taxi cab to do like an income generating thing. And I said, let's buy a land because we did not know we're going to travel to America. So our parents told us buy a land instead of renting, so you can build your house, so you can have your own house. So when you are in Africa and if you don't know if you will travel or whatever, so sometimes the first thing you do is when you're working and has a source of income
Mm.
is to buy your land and build your own house instead of renting. So that's the premise. So sometimes our parents tell us to buy a house while we're in Africa. They don't want us renting. So that part I agree with when you're staying in Africa. Now, fast forward into B, you wouldn't believe it. The beginning of this year, Liberia has like over 103,000 group. And I said, let's declare January life insurance month. If you're working full time in America, you have an income, call your insurance company and get life insurance. So when something happens to you, we don't do GoFundMe. You can leave something for your children. And to be, you wouldn't believe it, the amount of backlash I had. People living in America, they came for me and to be, and I was like, oh my God.
You're trying to help them and they are coming for you. Oh my
Yes, they
God.
came for me. So I just want to throw that out there. So if you are listening to NTB and you are in America and you're working full time, if you don't have life insurance, please get life insurance today because it comes in handy. Now, yesterday I went to an African restaurant. In fact, I live in America. Okay, I have a store in the mall in Pennsylvania and I work in Washington, D.C. So I live in two places. Because I'm working from home, I'm able to live in Pennsylvania. I have an apartment here and I have my home in Maryland. But yesterday I went for dinner to an African restaurant. And I was telling her, I said, oh, I wouldn't be here. I'm traveling to go start looking at my retirement homes and rental property in Puerto Rico. And the African lady said, why are you going to Puerto Rico? Why are you not going back to Africa? I said, I'm not going back to Africa. I said, sorry, I'm not going back to Africa to live for my retirement. I said, number one, I have only one child. She's not going back to Africa to stay. And I don't want to be, I don't, because if, for example, if I go back to Africa right now, if something happens to my daughter, it will take me 2 to 3 days to get to America. And number two, Puerto Rico is an American soil. I'm not, I got like 10 or 15 more years to retire. So I'm going back to Puerto Rico to start looking at my retirement home, to buy a property in Puerto Rico, buy a couple of properties there, and then I can put some on Airbnb, and then I can fix my retirement home. Even though I'm living in America, I'm 3 or 4 hours away from Puerto Rico. I can go there all the time. And then I have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of friends here in America. When they're going to Puerto Rico, we can weigh the options. If their hotel is costing $100 a night, I can give it to them for 50, $60 a night. And I can always be able to go over there to Puerto Rico. But I have made up my mind. I'm not going back to Liberia to stay. My
Mm-hmm.
mother has a lot of property. My mother, we come from presidents. My mother and grand uncle was the president, right? My mother is an only child. She has a lot of property. But I am not going to Liberia to stay. Number one, the political situation, the medical situation. I've lived in America all my life. And for the most part, and if I go back to Liberia to stay, if something happens, I have to either go to Ghana or I have to come back to America. But if
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Puerto Rico, it's just 2 hours or 3 hours flight away, and they have competent doctors in Puerto Rico. So she was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, why are you not going?" I said, "No." I said, "I'm different," and I said, "Allow me to be different because it's my money." Oh, you're
Yeah.
so young, and guess what? They tell me you're so young and you are preparing for retirement. I said, "You're
No,
welcome."
you shouldn't prepare. You should wait till you are retired before you prepare for retirement.
Interview, you wouldn't believe it. This is my family now. Trust me, because I like your thinking, I like your
Africans.
reasoning. You have an
Africans.
open mind. So when I come here, I feel like I I feel so good because if I just share some of these things we talk here, in fact, a friend of mine, he's into real estate insurance and everything. He had a conference to teach our Liberian people how to get life insurance and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only 10 people showed up.
Yeah. I was thinking of taking someone to my church as well. I have a family friend who is into insurance, and I was talking to him about bringing him to church to talk to people about getting life insurance. In fact, I was thinking of bringing him here on this platform as well. We've been arranging it so that we just beg our people. This money is not a lot. It is less than what you pay for your mobile phone insurance, or what is it, insurance? What they call it? Your mobile phone bill monthly. So you can afford it. It's just that when people don't understand and they refuse to learn, then they think, oh, it's a waste of money. How can you not believe in insurance, for goodness sake? I don't
And
understand.
guess what happens? There was a lady from Ghana here in Virginia. She passed away, and my friend has her become a businesswoman. So all my friends are business people, right? We went to the restaurant, and this body sat down in Virginia for 3 to 4 months because I kept going and I kept seeing it. And I asked my friend, I said, "Oh, are they waiting for her family to come from Ghana? To bury?" She said, "No, no money to bury her." But yeah, this lady was, according to my friend, she was a showstopper. When she went to a party, her outfit alone, everything would be over $3, $4, $5,000. She
So
did
she
not have,
spent all the money on herself and didn't think about life
yeah.
insurance.
And you see, and what really helped me too, until be honest, what really helped me, and I pushed my daughter. My daughter went to a private school where most of the kids were paying $30,000, $40,000 for tuition, and I was not paying anything. So, but when my daughter went there, my eyes began to open because when her classmates turned 16 years old, their grandparents were buying their houses, were buying them apartments in Florida. They were doing this, and guess what? I did not envy them. I went there, I asked them, I said, "How do you do it?" And they told me, "You become debt free, you do this." And to be, you believe, I'm a single mom. I have a store in Pennsylvania, I have a place in Maryland, and I have an apartment here in Bethlehem. And people look at me like, "Oh, you not that abuji." But what I did was, when I don't know anything, or I know I never envy or hate successful people. I will go to you and say, like, interview, you're losing weight and looking so nice. Don't be surprised. Interview, what's your diet?
How
What's
do
the
you do it?
secret?
You
How do
ask.
you do it?
You
Because
are asking questions.
I
Yeah.
will never hit you. I will never say anything negative about you. Because if you want to be successful, you cannot hit successful people.
Amen.
You see,
Amen.
you cannot hit people who've done it the right way. You cannot
Hmm.
hit people who know the way. You have
Hmm.
to submit yourself, humble yourself, and
And
learn from
learn.
them. And
And
they can
learn. Yeah.
mentor you. That's the way to it. But most of
No,
us feel that you
our people, especially in religious gatherings, they will be looking at you with a side eye, and they say, they don't know what she's even doing. Backbiting and always talking negatively and talking trash. That's all they like to do
but
because they don't bother to find
get
out.
to know
They don't
this.
want to know.
I will leave you guys with this, right? When you are on top, you become the topic and the target. They don't talk about when you're on top, you become the topic and the target. They don't talk about people who ain't going nowhere. And another thing they do is when you are struggling, no one asks why you are struggling. But when you become successful, they want to know why and how. And if you did something shit, it'll become. So this is life. And I always say, I'm doing me. I'm surrounding myself with people who like mine. I'm surrounding myself with people who have more over me. I listen to Jim Brown. I listen to Dave Ramsey. I listen to successful people, learn from them, people who failed in business and came back. Those are my class of people. And it's working for me. And I can believe, I'm so proud of myself that I'm going to Puerto Rico. I'm not 50 years old yet. And I'm going to start thinking about my retirement, to go buy my retirement home so I can have something when I'm not yet, my daughter can have it. But I'm not going back to Africa to do what?
To do what?
I don't have anything there.
Oh, thank you, Mama
Thank
Jojo.
you.
Well spoken. We always appreciate, and you always bring so much humor and a lot of common sense and so much intelligence, always spitting fire. I appreciate you, sis. Have a good evening, Mama Jojo. Usually you're the first, but today you are the last but not the least. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, so we are going to wrap up now. We've done 2 hours, and that's enough. My people, The cocoa of the story that we've been talking about for the past 2 hours is about smart investments. And we had a lot of brilliant callers. And I've taken some notes. And I'm just going to summarize by saying that we know that as Africans, whether you are Nigerians, you are Liberian, you are Ghanaian, you're Cameroonian, Togolese, wherever it is you come from, you coming from Africa to come to the diaspora, we come here for a better life. Okay? That's what we come here for. And people's route and their journey is different. But every step of the way, I believe that people need to evaluate their life, evaluate your journey. Okay, this is where I am now. I was a student now. I'm working now. Okay, plan. And sometimes plans change as well. But in all this, it is very, very important that you do not neglect your life. Do not neglect yourself. Some people turn themselves to sacrificial lambs for their extended family. Thank you, Junior. They turn themselves to sacrificial lambs. You are the one that will save your family. It's good. Look after your parents. If you got siblings, good. But do not do it at your own expense. You know, prioritizing yourself is not selfishness. It's self-care. You are caring for yourself. If you do not care for yourself, nobody will care for you. As much as you are looking after people, taking care of people, look after yourself, please. Don't neglect yourself because of others. And when it comes to investments, this is what we learned tonight. Think about stability. Don't make emotional decisions around investments. And that is why people build all these massive houses in their villages. And it's gathering dust. Somebody told us they spent $100,000 on a duplex that is collecting dust. That is an emotional investment. Business and emotions. They know they they know they relate. They know they relate. That's why when you see people who are really good at business, they seem like they are heartless or they seem very cold because they are detaching emotion from it, calculating their investment based on information that they've gathered about returns, long term and things like that. So please make yourself very comfortable for where you dey in the abroad. My brothers and sisters, I beg you, make yourself comfortable. Don't be like this our brother that walked himself to an early grave. All for what? Why? Make yourself comfortable. Live in even if you can't buy. I like that mama that said that her house in the abroad is small, but she loves it because it's her space. It's her house. Even if you're renting, it doesn't matter. Don't restrict yourself to the point of sharing everything when you can afford to stay in a more place that will give you a bit of dignity. There's something about life they call dignity of life. You cannot be a grown man, a grown-ass woman, and you are sharing toilet and bathroom with strangers when you are working. It don't make sense. Not because you cannot afford it, because you are thinking of the money you want to save to go to Africa for what? To go build houses that you visit once in a year. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Make yourself comfortable. Build assets that will appreciate. So even if you're building in Africa, for instance, you're building in Nigeria, build in places where you can rent it for good money. Not all those interior places when rent is 300,000, 500,000. Always think about you are investing in hard currency. So if I were you, I would think about if I get the money in Naira and I change it to pounds. I live in England. We spend pounds here, pound sterling. That money, strong currency. You know how much pound be? Pound sterling, 760, 780. They dangle between 750 upwards every time. For the past 1-2 years now, that money never come down. There was a time it was 800, £1 to 800 naira. So what are we talking about? You change that for naira, you go full everywhere. But you feel bring that money, come here. That's how you assess it. Can you bring that money? Can you change it to the same hard currency where you take invest? Even if you are collecting 900,000 naira or 1 million naira, 1.2, when you change that, now you will see say, Mama Shali, Mama Sally too strong, go. So invest where you can get good, returns for your passive income, right? Please, if you want to build for your parents, it's okay, but you don't need to build all these mansions for your parents. Build a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house, flats. Flat is okay. Emotional, this pressure from parents. A lot of people are under pressure from parents to build massive houses. You're not doing competition with anybody. If your parents are those ones, because say some parents, now their children they brag. They go say, come, see this person. Now you first go abroad, pass am, see the one we build. Some parents, they set trap like that for their children, and you too, you go fall into it and say you want to impress your parent. You don't need to. See, parents will always advise you to the level where they understand reach. Okay, now you know past them. Then they say that they know past you, but when it comes to investment, now you know past them, because you know how you take a hustle for the abroad to make that money. So for them to advise you to come build all those massive houses for village, and that makes sense. No, don't be in competition with anybody. Build something decent, nice for them, but you don't need to build all those massive houses where go they collect dust. Think about long term. Your children, where they dey. If anything happens to you, that house in Ogbomosho, are your children really going to go to Ogbomosho? Come on, guys. Let's think about it. Are your children in America going to Ogbomosho when anything happens to you? No, they are not. Sometimes when you delete, when they go there for burial, they are out. They no go again. Now only because of you, now they go. When you are alive and you want to take them, they can go. But once you are gone, they don't care. They don't care. So think about generational wealth. Now what would they say? Could they think now? Like Asians, you get one side of London, the whole of that area, now Asians get them. If you see the kind of massive houses where they stay, now later I can't find out how they do them. There is a big corporate. Those people, even this Odu, where would they talk? So you think say Nigerians, they do Odu, they do pass us, but they know they make noise. I not say good to do Odu, but they cooperate. They cooperate. They support each other. Somebody says, the Eagle says 2 years rent in Nigeria is 500K per year. It's just 1 million naira. Change it to dollars, that's less than 2K. $2,000. Just 1 month rent or mortgage in the US. Okay, so even if you want, okay, we don't discuss this thing here before on the platforms. Even if they plan to retire to Nigeria, it is always better for you to invest here first, where you live in the diaspora, because you have a lot of equity. If you get anything where you get for abroad, then now money you get better money, because if you sell them, you go carry gbemu. Money where they say gbemu, the money go make gbemu. To go buy what you want buy for there. If you say, okay, I won't go now, I don't tire. Like our brother Hanks is saying, I'm tired. Obodooyinbo don't tire me. It's lonely. I won't go. You still get money. But all this one, you will go build massive house, so work yourself so to early grave to build 2 houses like this, our brother. So I know. Me, I don't like them. I'm not gonna lie. I won't do it, and I'm not gonna encourage anybody to do it. I won't. Where you live is your home. Nigeria is not your home anymore. I know some of you are not fully migrated. Now don't they here 10 years, you still dey think say you be Nigeria. Say now Nigeria be your home. No, now where you live be your home. That place, if you go Nigeria, you're on holidays. Now so you both they call her. You they go visit. This is your home now. Get it. Now where you they live most time of the year, now be your home. Where you they go for only 2-3 weeks or 1 month is holiday. Life insurance, and that one is not even negotiable. I don't know why we still they get that conversation. In case you are not sure about it, many people don't talk about how much they pay for life insurance here. Not plenty. Life insurance is less than £50. It's less than $50. So what is your excuse for not getting it? May God help us. If you say you don't believe in life insurance, like somebody was saying yesterday, then I don't know. I don't even know how to understand that kind of person where you go say no believe in life insurance. Say you they only buy car insurance because it's mandatory. I don't know. There's a reason why Oyibo people make car insurance mandatory. Now because they know say if anything happen, they no want to hear story. May you come beg, I beg, sir, I beg, sir. You know, for Nigeria, when you hit somebody, you call lie down for ground, they beg, I beg, sir, I beg, sir. No, they don't want them. Now make them make them mandatory. If you both make car insurance mandatory, why you not prioritize your own life? Why be say a lot of Nigerians that they look that their life no mean anything to them? Now only those houses and all those things when they once in a year we go Nigeria, go do big man for there. Now you they come here, you spend 11 months for here. But once in a month, 1 month of the whole year, now you go do big man for Nigeria. Now life be that one. So you neglect yourself for 11 months. You do big man for one month. And you've been doing it for 15 years. You just say you live so. It is okay. That one don't make sense, my dear. Blink said, Auntie B, my husband no agree do life insurance, so how I go take convince her? Oh my God. Tell and say, make it think of the children. Not be for you. Maybe you don't understand. Some people think say if you tell them to do life insurance, you won't delete them. Now they are thinking be that. But you need to make her understand, Just continue to talk to her. Maybe you get somebody where you go respect. If you get any senior man where you respect, when you know person, where you go fit talk to her, where you say you go respect. Maybe you talk to her. If now they go church, maybe on a pastor, if that one to believe. I don't know why person no go believe in insurance or life insurance. I don't know now your own life. If you care about your family, you think about it. If you care about your children, enough of all this GoFundMe is so shameful. Honestly, every time they do GoFundMe for people where they live for abroad for so long, you worked hard because you refuse to do this basic, the most basic. It's not good though. They make shame the cash person. I beg. Make we change now. I beg. And they say when you are in Rome, you behave like a Roman. We do obodooyinbo now. Make we think like Oyibo small. We no see carry all this African mentality. Some people are so stuck in the African thinking. They don't want change. They hold on to all this African thing as if na meda it be for them. I'm an African. So why you no kuku stay for that side then? I beg. Maybe they change our attitude small. Make we know they behave like cave people. It's not good. Oyibo go they look some of us sometimes, they look us as if all these people they just come here. We need to renew our mind, revamp our mind. Make we they forwardly thinking. They think like Oyibo they think. You see, all those things, no, good. This is the 21st century. And those of us they talk saying that they build houses for Nigeria because war go come obodooyinbo. Yeah. You know the war where they for Nigeria? The war where they for Nigeria, now be all those people for night where they will come knock your door, say your money or your life. You go they travel, they go cash you for road. Your family, sometimes now their friends, family, they go send people to go carry you. Not be today war don't dey that side though. But kuna know they look all this one say war fide. That side self no safe if not security. For here, if anything happen to your money for here, they are covered. Banks are insured. If anything happen for here, self they dupe you self by they scam you, money come out for your bank. Bank, they are insured. They go still pay you your money. For Nigeria, there's no insurance. So before you feel claim insurance for Nigeria, you go do like this. So except you don't change now, as far as I know. Yeah, I like Nigeria. Nobody like Nigeria past me. If I go there, they enjoy my life to the fullest. But when it comes to investment, we need to be smart. Don't be emotional about it. Because I'm in Nigeria does not mean I have to invest in Nigeria. I invest where my money will yield me the best profits. That is where we should be thinking. Let's think about our children, no? Especially you women. And brothers too, think about your children. Very, very important. Okay, guys, we're going to leave it here today. Thank you so much, everyone. Please give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this content. And I shall see you in my next one. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the people that contributed tonight. Thank you. Yeah, somebody said in Canada, you are covered up to 250K for savings in a bank. Yeah, anything happen to you here? Everything, the banks are insured. They are insured. Everything is insurance. So you don't know they play with insurance. Even this remote control. You see remote control, you feel insurance. You can insure it. Say if you break, they go repair them for you. Nothing you know if you insure for obodooyinbo. Why you not going to insure your life? Ha. Now, wow, it is well. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good evening. Good night. Love you guys, and I will see you in my next live show. God bless you. Enjoy your weekend, though, and enjoy your afternoon. Those of you in America and North America, God bless you. Bye, guys.